What's going on? Smash that like, y'all. What's going on? Smash that like, y'all. What's going on? Had to do a little sound check on it. Smash that. Okay, is America making America? Is Trump making America great? Or nah? What's going on with y'all today? I've been in the lab working on the website, Who Divided America. It's five of y'all in here. What's going on with y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Austin Corner. Austin Comer. I'm sorry for messing up your name. What's up with you this morning? How's your morning? What's going on with this anti-weaponization fund? What's your opinion on it? You think it's uncalled for? They said that shit might pay the people that did the January 6th shit. Is that a slap in the face to loyal Americans, people that are loyal to America? Is that a slap in the face? Did you Masters concession speech last night? You could see him wanting to support it. You know that I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not against Trump, but I'm not a Trump supporter, right? So, is you trying to say masters or miss his? Because he's never my master. I mean, I self lord and master, family. I am my own master. Smash that like, y'all. Let's get them likes up first and foremost. Let's get this conversation held. And the question is, who divided America? I mean, the topic today is, did China and Iran win? Is Trump's anti-weaponization fund anti-American? And y'all know this dude, they just said, okay, masses. Okay, you know I had looked at that shit as massa. This shit, so ain't that's crazy? Okay, Austin. Nah, I didn't look at none of it uh that Massey was saying, but I was doing too much research on this anti weaponization and whether it was because somebody was trying to tell me it was specifically designed to cash out the January 6 people with reparations. Like, huh? That's crazy. Is yo that reparations even being spoke of to be given to somebody else other than the people that been trying to get it for centuries? But smash that like y'all. Shut me out, man. Did China really win? And did Iran win? Because you do not negotiate with somebody you whooped, and you do not say, "Well, I'm gonna postpone it. I won't go get them. I won't blow them up yet." It just makes no sense, family. And why do they still have them people that ran up in that mosque? They gonna tie that mosque shit to some LGBTQ shit. Right, watch, because one of the people that did the mosque stuff may be having some gender issues, but I have no problem with it. But watch they tie the mass shooting in San Diego. They're gonna pit the LGBTQ community against the Islam. China is dog walking Trump. I see now they got Kim Jong Un or Kim Jong Il, whatever his name is, and Vladimir Putin in town. So you know what I mean. Ain't no telling what they cooking up. And I bet you they over there laughing at the United States, just giggling like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man? That shit crazy. I would compare that akin to when the slaves left that the slave master that he thought he could, you know what I mean, conquer them. Chains and whoops, man. We buying chains and whoops now. Back in the day, that's all they gave us, chains and whoops. I mean, we buying that shit. And we got them buying, you know what I mean, collard greens and uh hog maw and chitlins, and it's billed as soul food. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But did China and Iran win? I say Iran at least won. And you'll say, no, they didn't. They're the topple. They're Muslims. They're crazy. They're terrorists. No, they won because they not destroyed. They went against one of the biggest bullies on the block because now China says like a one of the only bully on the block because the United States is doing a lot of sucker shit. Isn't it crazy how fast Cash posted pictures of guns and bullets during all the ICE and Trump deletion attempts? Now they're being sure to get all the facts. Right, but what are the facts? Because they don't have the people yet, do they? Or the people dead? And don't you see with all these high profile political um shootings and stuff that the people be getting mad concessions in their court case? Shit, all the people I know that went to court for busting their gun and shit like that, and they ain't get no lawyer spoken for me. Well, he wants a laptop in his cell and can he get a Java Joe every Friday? Like, come on, man, what the fuck? I see Ryan, what's his name? Um, Tyler Robinson. He just finished asking for some motherfucking shit. Like he got a leg to stand on. Luigi Mangione. I wonder if they get. I think Luigi gonna walk or he gonna be straight because all them fucking weirdos that are supporting him from the penitentiary is crazy. Luigi and Tyler Robinson, they giving them mad concessions, man. I know the dude that shot at Trump or did something at Mar-a-Lago a while back. Not the one that got killed with the shotgun in the gas can, but before him, that dude got like 54 years. They lit his ass up. But Luigi, why you claps in your hands? You want Luigi to walk? Luigi should go to jail. He killed somebody. I don't give a damn what he say he did it for. He killed somebody. I mean, everybody that killed somebody got an excuse. If he actually is the person that came out of that the shadows at that hotel, that expensive hotel, where that man should have been comfortable at, he should go to Pet the Time to right. Oh, the guy laid out in a bush, yeah, in the golf course, yeah. How do we know that was not an attack? What was not an attack, movie? How do we know what was not an attack? Smash that like. Did Iran and China win? Is Trump's anti-weaponization fund anti-American? Is that it? Are y'all condoning it? How many of y'all are supporting the anti-weaponization fund? And it's your opinion. If you support it, it's on you. You know. And if you haven't heard of it, go do your research on it. It's a big slush fund where seemingly it's not only just the January 6 people that can pull money from them. Anybody that deem that they have been violated. Long beard, man. What's up with you? What's up with you? Been working, getting that money, long beard. What's up with you, family? Brian Thompson killed thousands of people by the pen, and the government intends to do nothing about it. I don't condone Luigi's actions, but I don't lose sleep. Shit, but that don't mean he should be killed. He killed everybody. Listen to what you said. The pen. Does that mean they should take his life? Shit, the manager at Burger King, the manager at McDonald's, the manager at Golden Corral, hell, is killing millions of people every year by way of the ladle, the wrapped up sandwich, the soda cup. Do they need to be killed? No. It's his, you know what I mean? He got to make his living. Somebody is a job. He got killed for doing his job. Luigi and his whole twisted thinking, you cannot take justice in your own hands. Okay? So I say for that alone, he should do whatever he committed murder, he should go to the penitentiary. The only way you could make me happy was to make sure that you know what was happening. Right. Okay, so you've been working my G. Yes, it is a job. If that's what the job requires, if that's what you know what I mean, it's a certain criteria. If you feel like they're not fit for the criteria, he wasn't actually denying them. He was the head of the snake. Okay, but just for doing his job, just that they should go find another um health insurance care place or something, man. Or I mean, the 9 people care that was his job to be technical. You can't deal with this shit in your feelings. Luigi Mangione had no right to kill that man. No right. Well, it exists, and you should have been able, as an adult and Americans, we should be able to deal with this stuff without resorting to political violence, to violence. But you say, well, the black guys are killing Luigi and the black guys are killing each other over Buddy and out of poverty. Luigi Mangione was, you know what I mean, born in the bosom of America, raised in the suburbs, loved by his teachers and friends, very intelligent, afforded all the trappings of life, all the, you know what I mean, the extra steps that he would have been successful. But he went and shot the fucking insurance dude. That means he didn't give a fuck about all that shit that he garnered just being born, being Luigi Mangione. And he's from kin to Chuck Mangione, the jazz kid too. You know, y'all ever heard of Chuck Mangione? That was his cousin or uncle or something. But he was afforded even Tyler Robinson. These people have it made, and they go now traded for to make a jail bed up because of some bullshit. I mean, like, come on, man. It ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Ain't got nothing to do with the black community. If for real, because it's white on white crime. We're not even gonna. I'm gonna get off the black community and we doing the Charlie Kirk shit. Nope. We're not gonna have a whole conversation on what the black community is going through because that shit. I mean, we're going to talk about this white on white crime and political violence because Luigi Mangione, the guy he killed, you know what I'm saying? The guy he killed was on what, Brian Thompson? I mean, y'all notice that a lot of the head of those corporations and companies were getting whacked that in that little, you know what I mean? The dude from Cash App, he got whacked. They say the dude whacked him. One of his peoples whacked him talking about because he smoked drugs with his sister. Might have been some old bad try shit going on. You know what I mean? Told you the LGB been in the area, but I mean the QT or TQ people, the trans queer trans, I don't understand them. But the LGB, like I always say, we got cousins, aunts, family members, life goes on, uncles, life goes on with that. But when it get to the weird trans queer stuff, I don't understand that. Smash that like. Yeah, because that's not a what about. That's just it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Would you agree that we have a problem with political violence that we're not addressing? Super oranges. Ah, super oranges. What's up with you? Here, put a jacket on. Maybe you could tolerate it with a blue jacket on. Salute for always coming through with your super support. I see you. But yeah, I just think like Luigi Mangione and all them out. Tyler Robinson. Okay, hold on. It's Luigi Mangione. Tyler Robinson is this guy that just did this. Cole Allen. You know what I mean? Political violence. Cole Allen, and it's predominantly in the white community. But Cole Allen was a member of the white community and another successful, you know what I mean, young man. All of these people that are committing this political violence got summa cum laude type shit going on. People fuck with them, and here they go. They want to spend the rest of their life, you know what I mean, with big, you know what I mean, Mike and them. That's crazy. Getting passed around in the penitentiary. You said just 10 years of Trump is way too much. I mean, shit, get them out of there then. Become a lobbyist. Now, I mean, your vote don't mean shit. Your vote is just data and analytics. It tells whoever need to know which way the wind blowing for whatever particular group they want to look at the data and analytics on. They'll see who voted for them, who's in support of what they're doing, and maybe they might advance that person. But your vote is just, you know what I'm saying, to see where y'all at. No less, it's like a census. There's nothing going to come out of it. The electoral vote is what matters, and the powers that be. You say he better than Biden, long beard. Yeah, Biden, no doubt. But Biden got his chance. You know, Biden was in politics since like 1970. Did you see the inmates of the jail where Luigi was yelling to the news cameras out the windows? Do you know what jail Luigi in? Luigi is in the federal jail in New York. 6ix9ine was at that jail. They have the Venezuelan cat. Maduro is in that jail. Puff Daddy was in that jail. You know, anybody that did something in that jurisdiction is in that jail. A lot of lead New York City blood gang cats, and you know what I'm saying. You say he is not making America great, Abigail Riddle. That's what it is. Chloe says, hello. Chloe's remix. What's going on with you? How's your day? Is Trump making America great or nah? Smash that like. Abigail, name 3 reasons why you say he is not. And it's not to debate you, but it's just to figure out as Americans how y'all feeling. Because we got to get on the same accord eventually, man. We can't keep going against each other for an invisible enemy, which is not there. We're Americans. We have to find, you know what I mean, that common ground as Americans. Can somebody in the chat screen name one thing that makes us all Americans? Look at you. You took all the time to write Epstein fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 29 times. You should have added one more and made it even 30. Damn. Smash that like. Well, MAGA has already fell apart, just as well as he lost a lot of his constituents when he started doing all this anti-American stuff. Number one, the war. A lot of MAGA people, they voted for him because they believed that he would not take them to another war. Okay. And then the gas prices went up. These people are pumping at the same pumps we're pumping at. Now, I mean, the same $8 gas we pumping, they pumping the same $8 gas and buying the same $6 dozen of eggs we're buying. Okay. They're looking at the same travesty on TV of all this drone shit in Iran that we're looking at, and they're doing that Homer Simpson shit. No, and just as sure as he started firing all his peoples like Marjorie Taylor Greene and the other little young ladies that got fired, his system was imploding on him, and now everybody's telling his secrets. That shit was gone like 6 months ago. MAGA is it's a group. Now Longbeard MAGA has started having little group rallies and stuff like that. It went from just being an ideology. Now there's actually people that are joined together that consider themselves MAGA. And even that the way of thinking, you know, it's managed to become its own political force too. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna get you the information, Longbeard. Are you MAGA? You're not even MAGA. You're not rigid enough for MAGA. I'm sorry. I know you like Donald Trump or you're a Republican, but no, you know Donald Trump's arch enemy was a Republican. Right now, Donald Trump's arch enemy is goddamn. He losing. I forgot his name. It might have been the guy you were just talking about, the Massey guy. But I was reading the article. I can't even. I mean, but yeah, there's no use of trying to mask it now. MAGA is a full blown entity, and it's outside of conventional government. Lamar, you say J.D. Vance divided America. J.D. Vance was on TV yesterday doing Donald Trump job, explaining what's going on. Trump is a wanker of the top tier. What's up, elite bloodline? Where you from? UK? You got to be from UK to use that word wanker, and you got to be old as fuck. So you grew up calling clown motherfuckers wanker and calling your neighborhood your patch. What patch you from? Elite bloodline. And what elite bloodline are you from? Chihuahua, German Shepherd. Smash that like. I'm American first, American only, says Longbeard. Salute with that one, homie. Right. Justin said MAGA is a cult. Some of it can be cultish because people will come in and say, Trump is my God, Trump is the smartest man. That's my favorite one. Trump is the smartest man in history. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Thomas Massey is going to make Trump's life hell in the next 6 months. Is Thomas Massey a Republican? I was very hopeful, but no, I think he isn't helping. Right. Did you vote for Trump, Stephanie? Did you vote for him? Smash that like, y'all. But this MAGA is a cult. it could, in some ways, it has coaches. They making coaches move. It trips me out when somebody come in here and say Trump is my king and Trump 2028 and all this crazy stuff. And they're pumping the same fucking $8 gas we are. That shit is crazy. He's the homie from Kentucky that lost to one of Trump's pack. But but is he MAGA? I mean, but is he Republican? Stephanie tell you say I'm not MAGA. That's so lame. Okay, okay. What's lame about MAGA? Can you give me a couple of reasons why? It is like I said, not the debate because I'm not MAGA either. I'm just trying to feel where Americans are coming from. Know what I mean? Okay, he's a Republican. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to let y'all know. Trump springboarded off the Republican Party. He's a strong man, and he has MAGA, which is a bipartisan group behind him. MAGA, everybody in MAGA ain't Republican or just MAGA or some disenfranchised white supremacists. MAGA is built off of disenfranchised Democratic Socialists, disenfranchised Democrats, disenfranchised conservatives, Republicans. You know what I mean? Smash that light. I would never vote for an emo Democrat for the rest of my life. They're all treasonous traitors. So, Michael Inger, would you consider the Republicans treasonous traitors also because they both have the same doctrine. It's just one of them says I'm Republican, one of them says I'm Democrat. They both do the same shit. But now they're outside of the spectrum of calling shots with this executive order shit. Donald Trump done rid around the whole Senate and Congress. He don't need none of them, Republican or Democrats, because he's, you know what I mean? Yeah, he got, he fighting all kind of wars on different fronts. Like some of them, the war of economics, some of them a war of attrition, some of them are proxy wars. You know what I mean? That shit is crazy. An invasion. They just invaded Iraq, Operation Full Fury. They're thinking about kicking Cuba down, but Cuba got the same drones that Iraq has. So you think they'll be able to hold off until they can negotiate? You don't negotiate with terrorists or losers. So you know what I mean? It's not Republicans against Democrats. They're both shaking hands up there now. It's us against the government. Right, Stephanie? Now that's what nobody ain't noticing. It ain't the Democrats and Republicans that's at war right now. It's they at war with the motherfucking federal government. The federal government seems to have taken a life of its own by way of Donald Trump and his executive orders and just doing what the fuck they want to do. You know what I mean? He's putting in power in the places of power that's in the federal government who he wants to. It's like even with his cabinet is made up of YouTubers, um, failed military people, all kind of, wild shit. Yeah, I got what you mean, but to be more talking issues that he created, I just want to do out of the office, right, Montrese? Now that's all we need is him to carry his ass. We don't need to run up on him and hurt him on him because he's an American. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we need for him to go, and we can get back to doing whatever we was doing as Americans. They are criminal terrorists and drug pushers. Don't care who's a criminal terrorist and a drug pusher. I could never put a human that high on a pedestal. Only God. For sure, Stephanie, motherfucker will come in here and say, Trump is my daddy. Like, huh? How does your real father feel about that? Love is a lot better than hate for your health. Well, you got to tell Trump that because he's a hateful motherfucker. Have you ever seen how he talks to the press corps? He talked to the press corps, talk cash shit to them folk. All right, everyone, let's see when the Trump phone is arriving. That Trump phone will never be arriving. You better off going and get one of them Obama phones before you get the Trump phone. Y'all remember the little ass Obama phone? He doesn't care about, and that should tell you. So the federal government was just giving them shits to anybody, people with phones, as long as you had a social security card. Motherfucker was just signing you up for the phone, turning them on. That was crazy, but that was a way to get data and analytics also, because you're going to use that phone. They're going to know who you're calling, what you're calling. You know what I mean? If you're doing business up there, they're going, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have a track of all that shit. Trump is an asshole. He has to go, says Christy Tishker. Quiet Piggy. Yeah, he terrible. Chilling, Kenner. What's up with you? How's your day? What's up with you? The rich get richer and the poor get more poorer. That's for real right there. Cash Chick BB. Cash Chick 88. My bad. Forgiveness is a survival tool. Forgiveness is something you should never do. I don't forgive shit. Fuck that. That's showing. I mean, that's a chink in your armor, and that an arrow can get through. That forgiveness shit. I don't forgive a motherfucker. Some people, some things. I crush them fast. Some I crush them slow. They'll never know. A slow death is the best one, especially if you're the one that's ministering it. The press has lied and slandered who for years, Michael? Did you now when they hack all his mobile orders? Cause shit, what's his name? Peach Hedgepeth. He sent his whole family everything that was going on when they first started jumping off doing a bunch of military excursions like Venezuela and all that shit. Peach Hedgepeth sent his family some shit by way of what's that? WhatsApp. He WhatsApp them motherfuckers all his business. He should have been fired. That Trump phone, y'all remember Trump was doing the fucking pizza commercials when they had the pizza crust with the cheese in it for the first time, selling it, and Trump and his wife then did the commercial, and Trump was biting the pizza backwards and shit. He been ingrained in American pop culture, but now that I mean, it's politics shit. Yeah, but Rick Ross sucked too. He stole somebody's whole name. He worse than Trump. He stole somebody's whole fucking name. The guy that he stole his name took him to court, and they told Rick Ross that he could keep the guy's name and hold guy's persona. And it was so crazy. On the flip side of it, he was a prison guard. If he was just a regular person, I could understand. But it's almost like it was a plot by the government to get back at that guy, at the real Rick Ross. Yeah, we can't go by what Rick Ross said. We gotta give me somebody that's in real life because you know that his name ain't Rick Ross for real. His name is William Roberts. And that's crazy. He signed Meek Mills, and Meek Mill's name is Robert Williams. Ain't that crazy? William Roberts and Robert Williams. What's going on with you, Jed? I'm chilling. What's up with you, family? Johan, what's up with you? Weitzer. Guten Abend, brother. That's what it is. Guten Abend. What's up, Johan? What's up with you? I don't trust the press either. I don't trust none of them. What about you, G? What about you, Johan? Satan? When did Satan? When the last time can you really say Satan talk to somebody, man? When the last time? Last time somebody Satan talked to someone, was it Jesus? He talking up somewhere and hollered at him. Satan been quiet, man. When we got people like Donald Trump around, we don't need Satan. When the idiots say Trump was right about everything, and they taxing billionaires wrong because billionaires create jobs. Billionaires destroy jobs, dude. Some YouTubers ordered the Trump phone for content to see if it would get it. A hacker reached out to them, exposing their information. Hacker was a good dude trying to get the hack fixed. Damn. Yeah, he stole it from Rick Ross. Freeway Rick Ross. Freeway used the dude Rick Ross name too, whether y'all know it or not. Because the guy name was Freeway Rick Ross because he had that work right off the freeway in Cali, LA. But yeah, he stole the dude life and the dude persona. Everything he was talking about besides Port of Miami was the Port of LA. They say I don't know if it's 10 billion. I know he sued the IRS. And what's this shit that they can't go and give him a audit no more? They can't. The IRS has nothing to do with Trump or any of his kids' business. Any people in his families, they can't check their money. That's some bullshit. Dems only want higher taxes. The Republicans want the same thing the Dems want. Trump to carry his ass, dude. So, you know what I mean? Ain't no need even trying that one, Michael. Pitting the Dems against Republicans right now. They're tying rags. They're trying to get Trump ass out of there. John, you're a little late. Can I ask you who you voted for? Nobody, Stephanie. But to be honest, I was gonna vote for Trump because I was not in a opposition of Kamala Harris, but I knew that she only had 90 days to prepare. So that was a fallacy in itself. I was not going for the Democratic regime to get back in and keep doing the same Democratic shit they was doing with the Biden regime and administration. So I was gonna vote for Trump. I didn't. You know what I mean? personal shit happened on that day. I didn't make it. Maybe that was the gods, so I didn't want to be feel guilty now or voters remorse. But I was only vote for Trump because he was talking that shit about the economy. He is not a politician. He's uh, a freelancer because he really is a businessman. But now he done got in. He doing strongman shit. So I'm kind of glad that the fates did not let me assist to this shit. But what I mean, I'm not neither for Trump against him. Like I said, only reason I was voting for him because that was the other alternative from the Democrats, not from Kamala. I'm in full support of Kamala running now. Trump is a dictator. He is a strong man. You said Trump is weak and incompetent. Debbie, what up, Joan? Heather Black said he has always been a con man. Yep, a businessman. Yep. Shit, don't know presidents get voted in, period. Y'all know that. Y'all been saying your vote don't count. It's electoral. The shit is predestined. I mean, data and analytics from 20 years ago it picked the president. The military ranks are going to empty when Trump starts. No, they're not. They're going to fill up with draftees that can, fit the bill. They're not looking for no soldiers to get out there and bust no guns. They're looking for people that can handle a video game joystick and console because that's what the new war is. War ain't running up in nobody's country. That's why Russia and Ukraine ain't having a lot of crying mothers. A few people are getting killed. A little hand to hand because they are trying to stabilize the border of democracy and whatever Russia and China all them got going on that side. But the new wars are proxy wars, and they're fought with drones and AI robots and in command centers, and that's what they need. That's why they changed the age range from 18 to 43. They need motherfuckers that smoke weed, laid back and chill, and can blow your motherfucking ass up. I got so many nephews, sons, and cousins, kids that that's all they do is play these games and they smoke weed, and there be rooms full of them, like people just running around. That's the new war. That's who they looking for. They're not looking for no boots on the ground. No, 43 years old. If you get drafted 43 years old right now, know what I'm saying? And they put a gun in your hand and send you out there, they don't care about you no way. They don't care about you no way. But believe me, if the war really pop off in the United States, we're not going to be sending people. We already got the Marines and everybody we need for that. We need more people to do those drones. Cuba just got like thousands of drones, the same drones that Iran had. So, you know what I mean? Bonsoir. Bonsoir. What's going on? What time is it in France? Smash that light. He's not a businessman, he's a wrecker. Well, it's a reset for everything. And I would take Obama too, Montrese. I sure would take Obama. Nobody can make America great, only God can do it. The evil in this earth. Okay, I'll go for that. What's going on? Electrica Erotica. What's going on with you? Y'all know if you're a content creator, you can text the letters lowercase BMC and Nightbot will drop your link if you wanted to come in and do a quick promotion on your channel. Check the letters BMC lowercase Nightbot will drop your link. Let me give y'all a because some of y'all might even be hearing this from a PMC because there's not enough of y'all to promoting y'all stuff. Y'all think people just gonna find it. There you go. Text the letters BMC and Nightbot will drop your link promptly. And answer the question, is Trump making America great or no? See what I'm saying? See how I text the letters lowercase BMC, Nightbot, drop my shit. If you're trying to promote your shit, text BMC, Nightbot will put you in. Okay, what's good with you? Insatiable. What part of Alabama are you in? And what's the climate like in Alabama? Are they feeling this Trump stuff? You say you walk in your horn. How many miles you gonna walk? Are they feeling this Trump stuff in Alabama? It's 90 degrees right now here. Smash that like 23 of y'all in here, man. I just started uploading videos to YouTube. My channel is new. It makes no difference. Drop that link. Let me go over there. Drop that link. Text the letters lowercase BMC. Somebody might be into Is it AI? Because I'm about to tell y'all something. AI ain't too popular right now with YouTube. Only if they can control it. Only if they can control it. Austin, you gone. Okay, Austin. Salute, Austin. Thanks for always coming through. Oh, you in Tuscaloosa. Okay, okay, okay. That's what it is. You say you don't trust any of our governing body. When he says make America great again, you says he wants slavery. Well, they got slavery. It's everybody's, I mean, speaking of it, did you see the speech? The guy who was at a major who was a major innovator gave his speech during his Nobel Peace Prize. Nah, but shit. I wouldn't even give a speech. I'd be like, all right, because you know Nobel Peace Prize come with a check. What's my money? Nobel Peace Prize come with a check. If any servicemen of veterans in the chat screen, I like to know. Like people get these medals of honor and these purple hearts, and they have the license plates. Does that come with a check? Also, when you get like a medal, like one of those medals for bravery, he was given a stern warning to what AI. Oh yeah, I did see that. It was the guy that helped create the AI stuff. There was a spell put on Trump by Big Judah and the followers. Trump is going America back to American indigenous Indians, also Black Americans. Milton McNeil, Trump ain't giving it back. They're taking it back. Oh yeah, you got a lot of family in Tuscaloosa. Okay, a lot of Native Americans, Black Native Americans too. Native Black Americans. Nah, Johan, you don't know what you're talking about. Them, they're called FBAs, Foundational Black Americans. Are you saying they got Black Americans that's in Germany doing that? Because over here, Foundation Black Americans, all they're saying is America. You know, America just started. You know what I mean? Right after probably like 1691, the aspect of America that we're living in, and they're just saying that Black people been here before, and you know what I mean, America even got on its feet. So that no, they're not um trying to erase slavery. They're trying to write it and get it right that everybody did not come from Africa. That's not erasing slavery. That's just realizing the facts. Because maybe true indeed, they brought people from Africa. That's why Africans should be mad with Africans for selling Africans. But also, a lot of Black people were already here. Sassy Mo, what's up, player? They were already here in the Caribbean, in South America, in Central America, in North America, in Canada. Black people were already here. Just like when you see a picture of Europeans in Europe during the Dark Ages, they never show you a black person. You got to go do some deep research. But black people were there with them in the Dark Ages. Okay, whoever, you know what I mean, it wasn't just the Moors. That was just the people that was just what they called the people that conquered the Andalus in Europe at the time of the Dark Ages. But it was people of color, not Moors, people of color. Okay, we got to get out of these name calling, because that, you know what I mean, has us fighting for, you know what I mean, then we'll be fighting for placement. Well, I'm a Moor. Well, I'm a Native Black American. Well, I'm an FBA. When it was just people of color, you know, all that, the names on races and that stuff was created for division also. So while you fussing about who is the original, all y'all is just, you know what I mean, the conglomerate. You feel me? What do I think the rice culture in Carolina come from? From the South, the Caribbean, I mean, mixed in with a little Africans, because you know, the main two slave ports was right there in between the rice culture in South Carolina, the ones in Charleston and the ones in Savannah. You know, they was right in, that was the low country right there from Savannah to Charleston. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? And it's a mixture of the black people that was there and the people that they brought from the off the slave ships, you know, that they ran and shit. And they, God damn, there's some black people here, because right up the street from where the Geechee Gullah culture is, which they're nothing but native to that area, they have the Yamasee Indian Reservation, and when you go there, it is a person of color Indian reservation. The boxer Joe Frazier is from Yamasee, South Carolina. Okay, and what they do is they don't even have a fucking a train stop on Amtrak. Amtrak go right through. When they let you off in Amtrak in Yamasee, they got there going they just let you off at like a railroad crossing. Smash that light. No, 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 Nick. If you write in capitals, Nightbot will X you out. You said Trump is an idiot. No, the rice came from anywhere that grows rice, not from Gambia. Stop trying to link yourself to Africa. That's the problem. That's why they won't tell you the truth. They want you attached to some other continent. I mean, when you are really detached to this continent, I don't give a damn where the rice came from. It's good, especially with some goddamn on shrimp in it. You feel me? I'm gonna tell you this though. You asked about the rice culture. I lived in Beaufort, South Carolina for 5 years. Okay, 5 years on Green Street in Beaufort. I live with the people that you call the Gullah Geechee, which they are just no less than Yamasee, the Yamacraw, Black American Indians, man. Yeah, well, dude, he going by what he read. They from Gambia. Look, fam, if they're more Caribbean than they're African. If they were so African, they delineate and separate who's African and who's native there. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Geechees don't consider themselves African. They got a saying that say, y'all just got here, we been here. You understand? So look, they also have a African village there that does not coagulate with the normal Geechee. It's just there. They go to it as they know that they do have African ancestors because, like I said, they was in the middle of the two main slave ports in the South, Charleston, South Carolina, and Savannah, North Carolina. I mean, Georgia, and Savannah, Georgia, and Charleston are also main points for people that was coming in as indigent service as well of all colors from around the world. Because you know, UK and the people that was in charge of all this shit, Spain, France, the Europeans, they weren't sending lit motherfuckers was over here. They were sending everybody they ain't want in their country. All the thieves, all the religious persecution, you know what I mean, all the LGB, you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff was mixed in with what came to America. And like I said, it was a African slave trade. Okay, but the African slave trade was like they was like because they was an oddity coming from Africa. They were like the Mercedes Benz, not in quality, but in quantity and rare and obscurity because it was already people here. If that's the case, it was so many Indian tribes and this shit was popping. Right? They come and tell you, this shit was popping. Where are they? They're still here. You're looking at one. Where are all the Indians? And if you know anything, they moved all the Indians on the East Coast, the Cherokees. Everybody be like, my grandma Cherokee, but that's because we didn't know any other names. And they moved them in this move called the Trail of Tears. They moved them to the Midwest. I'm not checking no fucking rice in West Africa. I could give a fuck about West Africa. Do you know that some Black Americans, FBAs, were sent to Africa to colonize Africa and get it ready to transplant FBAs there? And then they found out that it wouldn't work because we don't come from Africa. We wouldn't have never fit in. This country of Liberia, and it's still there today. Some of the Americans that they sent over there, black FBAs, Roberts and them peoples, some black businessmen from Petersburg and Norfolk and Portsmouth, Virginia, started Liberia, Monrovia. Okay, y'all gotta stop. You know what I mean? Check the type of rice. 1492, indigenous black Americans was captured and transported to the four corners of the world, and they started shipping them back in small amounts. Thank you, Milton. And what happened in 1492? They say Columbus got these maps, but what happened in 1492? Ferdinand and Isabella, Castile and Aragon got the whole of the last black stronghold in the Andalus in Europe, Spain, and Granada. They got a hold of it. And then all this shit, they got the fucking money. Because they've been going to war with these people for 900 years, and you can't go to war if your money ain't right. And they finally found the honey pot with these Moors and blacks and other people of color that was whooping their ass, how they was supporting it and what they was doing with the stuff that they was taking from Europe. It was, you know what I mean? So it would just switch. Europeans came to what they was calling the New World to get gold and melt it down and send it back to Europe, because that's the same thing that happened to them. They shit was funneled across the rock of Gibraltar, you know what I mean, of Gibral, you know what I mean, of Al Tariq, and you know what I mean, funneled back, you know what I mean, the other way. It's all that's how war go. What's up, Linda Moore? What's up, User? What's up, Moreno? How was Trump making America great? Man, I was from 1982 to 1984 in Liberia. Okay, then you know a lot of Roberts, Williams, John Doe. You know about Doe. You was there when Doe was doing his thing. If you was in there in 1982 and 1994, you know about Doe and all them cats, huh? Sassy Mo says black people weren't the only ones to be slaves. Europeans was also slaves under Vikings. Europeans came here as slaves. After the Stono Rebellion and the Bacon's Rebellion, they switched up their status and started calling them white. Like they Irish people was coming here, the Scotch Irish, the Black Irish, everybody been coming here as slaves. Charles Taylor, okay, the warlord Charles Taylor, okay. Trump, Democrats, Republican, all of them smell of motherfucking money laundering, wetting they beat, not caring about you, and doing what the powers that be say. So we could put a name on it, but it's all the same person. I mean, a politician is a politician. It's a dirty game. But yeah, Doe, not Charles Taylor, but Doe, the guy by the name of Doe was in Liberia too. Every Democrat president in history has given us, every Republican president in history has given us nothing either. So it's no use to come in here playing the Democratic Republican game, because ain't none of them done shit for nobody. There ain't one president that has done something for anybody. I'll say what they have done is gave everybody motherfucking high blood pressure. Smash that light. What's going on with y'all today? It's 39 of y'all in here. Let's get them likes up to 100, man. It's free. Right. Two sides, Sassy. Each one of them get a chance if they can get enough, you know what I mean, electorals to do their thing. Barack Obama lowered the deficit. Man, Barack was doing his job. He got paid to come in and do whatever his lobbyists told him to do. Trump got paid to come in and do whatever his lobbyists told him to do. You understand? Ain't none of them coming in with their own agendas. Whatever agenda you see has been carefully calculated. Data and analytics have been taken and implemented to see if it will work, and now it's put into, no, I mean, reality. And that's all it is. It get when the presidency come up for grabs, it gives a side that wins their chance to, you know what I mean, fuck it up. I know you have your opinion, but Lauren, the deficit is a great thing. Wow. You gotta stop with the caps, man. Or you retracted it. But today we are living under oligarch. Yeah, because that's who was his lobbyist. Obama and them let the LGBTQ do their thing. Look at Trump when he came in office. He had Elon Musk standing by the fucking resolution desk for about 3 months. We looking like, what the fuck, you about to make him a goddamn honorary general or some shit? I am anyway. But the oligarchs was the ones at his inauguration, and a lot of them just went to China with him. That's who running the world, America, because America ain't nothing but a big ass re-up station now. Let's look at it. The main jobs in every city now are at replenishment centers. Target, um, Target, all that shit. Walmart, Target, Amazon. You know what I mean? All of that shit is they're the number one jobs now, because we're just one big replenishment, because all we are consumers. None of us are. I've been at the mill for 50 years. Some of us are, but as a whole, America is just consumers. Donald Trump, over 8,000 people die every day from COVID, hospitals, and loads of debt. What they got to do with Donald Trump? See, what y'all gotta know is you can't blame Donald Trump for stuff like that because guess what? That you if it's 19, what was 18, 17, 16, 15, 14? They didn't tell you when that happened, but they told you when 19 happened. So I'm saying that don't got nothing to do with Donald Trump. That's just United States cooperating with global trend. That's global trend right there. So we can't blame that on Biden. And they just went along with it. That was possibly might have been a global fire drill because you can't know how to handle something if you never test it out. I mean, where are the trades? I know, but that's what we should be dealing in. But it's seemingly the people are betting their future on AI, and even if some of these dumbass corporation owners that are really living in 2026, they betting their future on AI. That's why it ain't no trades. Because if we're about to go to war, we're damn near at the brink of war. We should be building more aircraft, more battleship. That's to tell you something. That's not the war we're fighting now. We're fighting a war with drones and shit. The oligarchs are just setting up toll booths like Meta, Walmart, Amazon, Tech. Yeah, they're all coming. Yep, cornering the markets. Yep. God hates war. Shit. Then why are there gods of war that exist? And why did the same God that you're speaking of send the Israelites, the Hebrew, to war against the Gentiles at times? Why is he looking strong today? Life Wells, can you tell me 3 reasons why Trump is looking strong today? Because shit, yesterday he was looking crazy, and last week he was even crazy when he met that Chinese dude. He was looking even crazier, coming back talking about how great the guy was. What the fuck? 1988 economist XRP XLM Flare is coded in the photo. Invest and cash out and get your billions and buy gold. Yeah, they panicking. They following Satan. Satan is made up, man. Satan is some guy with a fork tail, a pitchfork in his hand and horns, and he's red. Come on, man. We've been mixed for so long. I don't understand this left separate everything and divide everything. Shit, that's what the Democrats and Republicans do. That's why it's two parties. They don't just say this is the party for democracy or the party for the people. It's Democrats and Republicans. And now, what y'all not realizing is MAGA has managed to eke out an existence in its own. I mean, to stand on its own outside of Republicans and Democrats. The only God you know is Ra the Son. Okay, okay, yeah. You want? I checked on some of that Simpson stuff. Remember, nobody's saying that systems are the good guys here. They could just be playing with y'all. It could be the same motherfuckers that's doing this shit could just be playing in your face. If Trump wanted to be good president, he would lower the deficit and give us a deflation. That's what Trump is being a good president. A good president is the low down, as dirtiest motherfucker you know, because politics ain't no smile on your face. That's Christianity or Islam when you get to like the preachers and imams and stuff. But Trump is a politician. He ain't supposed to, you know what I mean? He's supposed to test shit up. That's what they do. What trade routes, G? Trump fucking up trade routes. That's why, okay, if y'all notice something, it's a lot of train shit going on right now because they trying to find some way to either put the runoff or the backup. What's up, Kevin Kev? Trump is a con man for sure. Haven't y'all started noticing that the train activity in your areas is ramping back up? There's more train activity than it was in the last 2 years. Chilling, my G. Oh yeah, but it's backwards. Government is supposed to work for us. We don't work for government. That's why we pay. Right. President Trump is supposed to work for the people, but has he been doing that? In your opinion? All right, we'll holler at you then. you're fired. We'll holler at you then, Spring. Because when you get tired of something, that means you about to lay down and just let it happen. A conversation is a conversation. And you're texting. You can't just sit there and chill. I'm gonna let you get on to somewhere else then, snowman. Smash that like, y'all. Chilling, Mike. What's up with you? I'm chilling. Smash that like. Bill Clinton, the only president in history that balanced the budget. Hey guys, how's America today? Okay. Yeah, undersea cables. They got one of them shits around here, but they say they're making the cables for the wind turbines. Maritime Defense initiated Project Freedom in the streets of Harriman employing and layered U.S. defense to protect civilian merchant ships and maritime from interference. Middle East collaborations announced commercial, economic, and defense exchange agreements with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United States. Man, how can they defend us? We wade, all of them are in together. That's what people don't understand. People need to realize that when you vote for a rep, you still vote for, yep, Republican, you still vote for Democrat. And when you vote for a Dem, you still vote for a rep. They're the same team because majority of them take APAC. Indo Indo-Pacific deals concluded agreement on reciprocal trade with Malaysia and Colombia and Cambodia. And but guess what? None of these people have anything to offer. U.S. Japan strategic trade and investment. Guess what? None of these people have anything to offer. Donald Trump said that he did not care about your financial situation, your financial pains, fam. That shit crazy. Donald Trump sat there and said that. He could have even just lied about it. I give it, man. I'm thinking about you guys, man. Man, when Bill Clinton left office, who took over after Bill Clinton? Donald George Bush Jr., right? He was after Bill Clinton because around 1995, 94, 95, all the states they were like doing good. They were in the green, and then for some odd reason after that, it was like they started building prisons and getting strict on no parole in all these states, and also, using that war chest that they had built up and started going on the war with the Middle East again. You say, nah, he ain't making it great again skill. But the dollar that Bill Clinton was spending is not the dollar today. Trump got the dollar fucked up. The dollar's worth 24 cents probably now. But back then, that 75, that dollar that Bill Clinton was spending, that dollar was probably $1.50 because the dollar was strong. Motherfuckers had faith in it. Now, not so much. Man, Barack Obama ain't killed him. SEAL Team 6 did. But what does that got anything to do with? I say this, he destroyed, at least I would say he destroyed our country's good name if they had one. Debbie, he destroyed our country's good name. What difference does it make Donald Trump do what he wants, shaking his head probably be president until he. Even after that, they're scared of. They're not scared of him. They just with the same shit that he with. That's what we got to realize. Trump ain't just this big bad wolf. The Trump administration is who's really pulling the strings, and they're just showing you what the powers that be want to do with the country. And that means they don't give a fuck about you right now, but we need to go over here and get this oil and do this and that because it's interest based moves. That's all that's being made. Trump ain't nobody scared of Trump. Trump ain't the big bad wolf. Yo, I got to meet and photograph the guy that took the shot on Bin Laden at an insurance company party, which was just crazy to have him there thinking back on it. What state was that in? Well, it ain't that to it because that was his job. No less, you could have met the person who printed the last penny. That was his job. That wasn't like something that he got. I'm about to go do this shit. That was his job. So that's the coincidence in it. That I mean, was he there with his with his woman or something, or his boyfriend or something? What was he doing there? It's 52 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up to 100, man. And famous people and celebrities and all that, I don't just want to meet them. So, you know what I mean? I wouldn't take a picture with them. They need to tell me something. How did you get these millions? What should I do? You know what I mean? When I get my millions, not to lose them. Shit like that. What you about to do? What's the next investment so I can get some money? You know what I mean? But people, I took a picture with him, but what the fuck did he say? Did you ask him anything? I don't want to see a fucking picture of Jay-Z or Donald Trump or any of them motherfuckers. I wanted to tell me what's the key to life. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you people are amazing. George Berg promised he was gonna get Osama bin Laden. George, who the fuck is George Berg, user? Never did. Obama got him. Obama didn't get him. SEAL Team 6 did, dude. Salute, Teresa. Name three things Trump's doing good for you. And it's not to debate you, because you are one of my fellow Americans, just to, you know what I mean, see where my Americans are at right now and they're thinking. I'm a photographer. I was in Indianapolis. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy that the insurance company paid him to come and speak to all the performers. He had some cool stories about doing tough shit. Right, but that was his job, to get tough. What's up, goddamn Cody Phillips? I ain't heard from you in a minute. Oh shit. Why is your wife gonna be mad, Cody? What's up with you, homie? Don't let me end your marriage. What's going on, Cody? I ain't heard from you. Like he didn't receive donations from Islamic groups, and they try to blame the Jew. How do you know he didn't receive donations from Islamic groups? You know what I'm saying? He received donations from Democratic groups. Man, Cody, they asking, no, they're telling the people that nobody else can go into Donald Trump's IRS business, any of his money and none of that shit. No more. Nobody. Nobody that is no more looking at Donald Trump and no money. This shit about to heat up. Y'all don't know those implications. Now they're going to be going unchecked with their bread. Donald Trump is a opportunist because I see he's taking his chance as the president to fill the Trump family coffers, but nothing's wrong with it. You know what I mean? Wet your beak. If they let you get away with it, cool. Ain't nothing we can do. It's been going on for centuries, man. George Bush and them was doing it. George Bush Sr. and Halliburton and Dick Cheney. They did the same shit. You say Trump is the worst president ever. Public records show it. Public records. You believe public records can be altered? You do know that, right? Smash that like, y'all. Damn, Scott. That's how you feel, Scott Zuko. What are some of the reasons that you feel this way about Trump, Scott? Channel your anger. Don't just lash out. You know what I mean? Because when you just lash out like that, it just sounds like a lash out. What are some of the reasons that you say this about Trump? Obama went to Iran and bought their oil. That's why he got the price. He didn't buy their oil. United States been getting their oil since the Shah of Iran. He didn't have BP. Britain be getting their oil, UK since the Shah of Iran. What Obama did, you got to do your research on this stuff. When y'all say he gave money back, he didn't give money back. He went and gave them their money. Understand? When the Shah of Iran stuff jumped off and it was a lot of money left on the table, that money gained billions. That money gained interest. That the UK was still getting money over there with their refineries. Okay, the regime changed, but they didn't get to make all the businesses what they call nationalized. They didn't nationalize the oil, and Iran is no less like a gas station. That's their main commodity. You know what I mean? The export of gas and oil. So BP still was able to get money out of the refinery, and it's money on the table. They wasn't dealing with the Ayatollahs with the money shit. But Obama went and gave them people their money. Go do the research, man, and stop just trying to, you know what I mean? You got to do the research on that shit on why. We just be lashing out for our own selfish reasons. We just be lashing out for our own selfish reasons. Is Trump making America great again or no? He didn't sell Iran weapons. You got it mixed up. That was George Bush and Ronald Reagan and them. And Jimmy Carter too, because that's why they had the Iran Contra. The Iran Contra was Israel and United States was selling Iran weapons to fight Iraq and the other countries. You know what I'm saying? They were selling them missiles. The Iran Contra, Oliver North snitched on them in the 80s. You got to get your shit up, man. That wasn't Obama doing that. That shit had already been exposed that they was supposed to be enemies. And this was after 1979. All that shit happened at the universities and all that. But tell me a president that's not Scott Zuko. Tell me one president that was not a homophobic and a racist. Besides, Obama wasn't a homophobic. He got paid by him, so he did what he had to do for him. I would say he one of the only ones that cooperated with that. But all the rest of them, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody. I mean, yep, exactly, Cody. Martial law gonna pop off because I don't see Donald Trump giving up, especially since like he laying down a game plan. It ain't got nothing to do with buying their oil and taking it to war because we was taking their oil by way of BP. You know, these people. That's why that oil refining technology, that shit is scarred. It's like Masonic shit. They're not gonna. I mean, you go Google who owns most of the refineries, either China, the United States, or some previous colonizer. No independent countries really pump their own oil, fam. It's like almost we'll let y'all get it, but we gonna put it in the bag. Yeah, the calm before the storm. Scott, Obama was a president. Let's keep it at that. You know what I mean, he was the president. Meme, you say is Trump making America great enough? Okay, no. Okay, everybody that's in the chat, give me a thumbs up if Trump is not making America great. Give me a thumbs up. If you agree that he's not making it great. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. You said Trump is stupid. Okay, we got one from Max Ninja. What's going on, Max Ninja? I like that old Mac, that profile pic. You from the Yucatan. What's going on with you? Cody Phillips says, saw you made 2K views twice, man. Good shit. Cody, you know now I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but you know I had a live streams that went a million before, like a couple of them. I just toned it back because similarly, um, YouTube was saying I was doing good, that I'm AI. They ain't believe it. You see this? I had like a fruity shit that won a million before, family. 2K is, I mean, that's light work. Right, right. That's right. Thank you very much. Yeah. See, look, when for TikTok, Trump also was one of my main. I mean, when I was trying to figure out where I was going to take the channel at, see, it's all in how you work with the algorithm for real. There's nothing too special about YouTube and you got to do everything that they require for them to put you in a, I mean, position of promotion because that's all it is when you're dealing with YouTube. The algorithm is that they're gonna promote your ideology because and that's exactly what it is. Whatever you know what I mean. So you make sure if you're a content creator that you do everything that YouTube requires and don't try to bend the rules because now they got AI involved in this shit. You can't beat the goddamn you know what I'm saying? Thanks for always coming through though, Cody. And why were you gonna turn it up on your wife? Explain that to me. Good. Get great again. When the fuck was the country great for anyone who didn't own brown people? Right, Goldie Bueno. You're so right. When was it? Mike Jones, Goldie Bueno, Mean, Max, User, Scott Zuko. Did you get over and subscribe and support the channel? Get over there and subscribe and support the channel. I'm on the road to 100,000, man. So Goldie Bueno, Mike Jones, Max Ninja, Memes Aqua, Scott Zuko. Thank you very much for that. Okay, she listens to that punk rock. She like Wendy O. United States is coming apart in the world. The world is trouble. God is coming back. Amen. Thank you for that, Sean C. What's up with you? How's your day? Smash that like. Let's get them likes up and let's get them, you know what I mean, supporters up over there. Get over there and turn that notification bell on. So can I clock y'all in for the support today? So I know at least I'd have made 5 new supporters. Memes Aqua, Max Ninja, Goldie Bueno, Mike Jones. I'm gonna throw you in there too, Sean C. Get over there, man. It's free. That's the problem. We don't support and participate in the growth of each other. We too busy, you know what I mean, trying to hold each other back, and they got us all, you know what I mean, behind enemy lines. Knicks came back for 22 and showed the train wreck team that train to who they play. You know, I don't watch sports, Special Master, but I seen Mano, the rapper Mano, Dave East, what's the comedian Hustle Man. What was his name? Tracy Morgan, Spike Lee, and all of them on the memes and the little YouTube shorts that's been going past. They was um Nick Duck. What Nick's in the playoffs or something? Nick. I like their colors, man. I always liked their colors as opposed to the Yankees hat. I always would get the light blue orange Knicks instead of the Yankee shit because Yankees that's synonymous with, especially on the East Coast in the '80s with New York boy. You know what I mean, New York boys will come with that Yankee to the side. You know what time it is, but salute all. You know what I mean, if you know, you know. Okay, they went against Cleveland. Who's Cleveland's premier player? Because I don't watch sports at all. I watch the end of it, like maybe a little bit of the Super Bowl or the NBA championships or the Preakness or some boxing match, maybe. You know what I mean? But I'm not really an avid sportsman. So who is Cleveland's? I mean, okay, who Jalen? Jalen who? What's Jalen? I know last names too, cause and from jerseys. You know what I mean? Who Jalen? And why is all these fucking light skinned kids in the NBA no more? LeBron James, the dude with the beard, Harding, people like that are the last of the dark skinned people in the NBA. Everybody in the NBA now look like the light skinned mixed kids that been sent to the basketball camps and shit, and now they're getting in the NBA. You know what I mean? Jalen Brunson, I ain't even never heard of him. See what I'm saying? Mitchell, Harden, the beard. Okay. Harden played for Cleveland. I don't see him showing his highlights. I'm trying to put y'all on. Come this money grab. Flair is less than a penny. It's gonna be worth millions. What's Flare? Drop the link to the Flare. What is it? And it's probably some Ponzi scheme shit, but somebody, I mean, might be it might be useful for somebody. Drop the link in here, Milton McNeil. And for those of y'all that's enjoying the content, let me see. Make sure y'all get over there and support. You say fuck no. What's going on, Milford? Name 3 reasons you say no. Fuck no. Milford. I said Wilford, my bad. Let's go Sixers. Let's go Sixers. Okay. Philadelphia 76ers in the house. Bro, Europeans peoples are taking over the league. French and Eastern European play. Yep. More people from motherfucking Europe and those places, because they've been more into basketball than the NBA. The NBA, as of late, in our college students, they've been in more into fashion before they get to playing. Before they play, they're gonna get some kind of endorsements, and it'll be about making money before it's about a wicked jump shot. Ain't that crazy? So they bring all these people that are really making a difference in their lives by getting this NBA money, getting this NFL money. The baseball been changing lives because they said they was taking kids out of the Dominican Republic and Cuba and the Caribbean that can play baseball and giving them fake ages and pushing them through the Major League Baseball. No motherfuckers get paid too. But yeah, if you look at the NBA now, and there ain't no real players. Like everybody's playing, so it's like a video game. Like when you playing PlayStation 5 and you watching an NBA game, it's no different. It's all like little robots out there, man. And that's gonna be crazy that these motherfuckers gonna probably bring in a robot basketball player in the next 5 years to compete. Shit, they let men compete with young ladies in all of these sports events as of late. I didn't agree with that. Now, I was like, what the fuck? It makes no sense. And who sanctioned that? That means the war chest got crazy with the LGBTQ. You know what I mean? They war chest. They spent some money to do that shit. But Donald Trump came in and he did fuck that up. He fucked that money up that the LGBTQ spent. But what he's not realizing, they're festering and they're still here making money. Because I still say the LGBTQ. Let's make it known. I'm not saying the LGB because they're at war with the LGBTQ. Because that's an organization that has came and took everybody's like the Black Lives Matter. That was the LGBTQ people. Maybe a few black people had something to do with it, but that was they jump. Know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody made it since the make the beginning of this shit. Camp Thin Wallet. You said Trump supporters are mentally ill. Rosalind, what's going on with you? Michael Johnson. Rosalind, Michael Johnson, Camp Thin Wallets, Milford Trinions. Can I get y'all to go over there and support, smash that goddamn like, turn on the notification, support the channel by way of subscription. They got the subscription over there. I'm on the road to 100,000. I'm trying to get the YouTube plat. Can I count on? Is that 5 more people I can count on to do it? And can I count on you to double tap that? Smash that like. Trump supporters are mentally ill though. That's crazy. Epstein file says Alexandria. Alexandria, get over there and smash the like, turn on the support, you know what I mean, the notification bill so we can have these conversations. Welfare, I hold it down. 40K Facebook group for trans because of what happened to the black trans community in my life. You hold down a 4,000. Okay. Was it the black homosexuals or black trans? Black homosexuals, bisexuals, and lesbians, or they that word tranny and you know what I mean, is mainly like LGBT. Or you talk about the trans queer that go by the non-binary and the futuristic face of it, the LGBTQ. Chilling, Rosalind. Chilling. What part of the country you in, Rosalind? And name three things that you think Trump should have fixed, but he fucked them up. If you like. Yo, Sion, what's been going on, boy? What's been up with you? Did YouTube get at you because you know they having a war against some people that use AI? What's been up with you? Where you at now? Which country you in right now? One LGBTQ ain't got the same problem as our community, but they claim to us for numbers. Right. I'm glad somebody is realizing that the LGB community is different from the LGBTQ. The LGBTQ is more likely the upper echelon. But the LGB is just regular, you know what I mean, lesbian, being bi. We all got somebody in our family like that. Like we all got somebody in our family that work at the gas station. You know, it's it's been here since the beginning of time. Okay. Maybe not recognized because y'all consider like a gender being able to get together with another gender and procreate. But I already researched XRP, XLM, and Flare, my G. I'm not. It ain't no more money in it now. If they told you to do it in 1988 or whatever they put it up there, ain't no more money in it now. That's like it ain't no more money invested in Bitcoin unless you got some money to throw away and you're young, because now you got to wait for it to mutate into that big number again. But ain't no money in it. Okay, Rosalind Knight says number one, tariffs. Two, trying to make Canada another state. Three, taking out natural resources for their own stuff because they need enemies with the countries that were free. Right, Rosalind. They had no integrity. What's going on, Laura Potts? He ain't doing shit. Robbing taxpayers' money when it comes up. There's going to be a trillionaire. We'll be hiding it in others' accounts. Some might think I'm over exaggerating. I have as much respect for MAGA as they have for me. Zero, says Michael Johnson. Sean says, we gotta leave everything in God's hands. Amen. That's what it is, Sean. Big B says, embarrassment. Bootlicker embarrassment. What are you talking about, Big B? And why aren't you on your medication? Smash that like. Bitcoin was banking all over again. They took people to 401. They took people's 401k. June is right around the corner for the LGBT community to have their parade. So let's see what happened. People are already complaining. God will take care of everything. I'm Canadian. I'm in high school, but you better know that Canada pays the highest taxes in the world, and it's already affecting the young generation like me. Well, do you think that a organization like Antifa exists in Canada? Are you familiar with Antifa? Because it's a bunch of young people. I don't trust none of them either, Special Master. But Sassy Mo, you right. 'Cause remember last year, Donald Trump had a parade during the time and in Washington D.C. at the same time that they was having the LGBTQ parade. Remember, Donald Trump did some shit the same time they was doing their shit. It popped off last year, and it's also the same month of Juneteenth. So ain't this kind of ironic? It's like it's a lot of stuff that's gonna be going on with that stuff. They got ran over for having a parade. Please be aware. People deserve the earth and life. No excuses. What do you think of the data centers that are secretly land clearing? The data centers is terrible, Alexandria. That's making this country a big ass computer chip. Those data centers is being paid for by the American people because everybody's talking about their utilities are getting higher because they take it. It's like they taking the tax rate out of your bill. They're taking the tax rate from you. Like they could give you a data center tax. Right. That shit crazy. African American MAGA supporters are out of their goddamn mind. Hey, I know one too. He wearing that MAGA hat. It seems like only the black only the black MAGA supporters wear the hats now. What about surveillance? Kevin, you say you from Iran. What part of Iran are you from, Kevin? The Democrats' policies and actions are driven entirely by animosity and hate. I would say that Trump, a lot of his stuff is driven by hate and animosity. Remember, the Democrats are on defense. Okay, the Democrats on defense. Trump waging war on their ass. Is a national defense. You have to have the most chips, right? Today, Trump's birthday is in June, so even it is his birthday, he has to make it right. But remember, he had a big ass parade last year, but that shit was boring. That military parade Trump had, that shit seemed like AI. Right. Well, they collect information out of you even when you sign up for all these apps and just to look at somebody's page somewhere on all of these different sites, you know that every time you never read the fine lines, you're releasing your information and empowering them to clone your ass. Like everybody that engaged in what was that Pokemon Go? Pokemon Go just sold all of y'all data and analytics to an AI company. So it could be somebody they're gonna clone with all of your thoughts and movements. Somebody they training some AI robot probably to help take over the world in your fashion, like the terracotta soldiers in China, y'all. If you're not familiar with it, it was these soldiers that they found buried in emperor's tomb, and it was supposed to be the likeness of each one was been supposed to be a real soldier, his clay likeness. So they probably got some AI shit with your shit on it. Chucky, a Chucky, Dar, blacks for Trump. Dar, what part of the country you in? And you got one of your main supporters in here, Chucky Jiving. What's going on, Jermaine? North Cross. Yeah, he is, but he wanted aside for being a good facilitator. He was watched aside for being a good facilitator. The military is preparing for an atomic fallout in this country. Trump is a puppet for Israel and I think he just a puppet for the military. Israel ain't shit. When the fact is that I have to pay extra $2.50 Canadian for fries for lunch and something every day, it adds up with the LGBTQ talk. As a bisexual female, Canada is having a battle support me. Okay, would you say the LGBT? Would you say the LGB and the LGBTQ community is the same, or is two different distinctions? Blacks for Trump need to stay away from trees if the MAGA base loses. Right. Cody Phillips says data centers are just a new national defense race. The clock is 1 minute from midnight. Don't get corrupted. We all standing firm. Shit, if it's one goddamn second from midnight, that's the doomsday. That means the shit about to pop off. I'm on pins and needles because I got shit I still want to do. You know what I'm saying? I got shit I still want to see coming to fruition. A lot of y'all can live with that misery, and I don't. I live and I still got shit to do. So that's what I'm trying to figure out a way that we can turn the hands of time back, do some shit that ain't never been done. You know what I mean? Time don't wait for no man, and time ain't giving you. That's the one thing that you cannot get is time. You can go get anything sent to you here, Amazon, all that shit. UPS will bring that motherfucker, but time, that's the only thing they can't bring to you. No, sir. AI robots are designed to replace humans, and the data center is to help facilitate. Yeah, that's their main hub, it's like the beehive. I think it depends on the relationship that applies for LGB. I'm gonna say LGB because LGB uh, is different. When they mix with the full LGBTQ, that's when it gets harder. Right, Rosalind? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the TQ guys. I mean, that's when you get into more of the. That's. To be. I don't understand. I'm not even gonna speak on it, but you said the real Iranians support Trump. Well, the Iranians that's outside of Iran support Trump. The people that was in charge, that the Americans had in charge, the Palavas, the Shaw kids in Beverly Hills, they're not real Iranians because they haven't even most of the people that support Trump with Iran that's of Iranian descent never lived in Iran. We're all here. I'll show up and tell them right. No more tax write-offs for OPEC oil wars. George Jr. robbed this country. George Bush Jr. did not rob this country. He helped this country eat. whether you saw it or not. I'm telling you something. He was the last of the old mustaches. George Bush was the last. Who came in after George Bush? Cause George Bush was the last of the old mustaches. They dirty as a motherfucker, but they don't give a fuck if you go get some food stamps, some Medicaid, Medicare, veterans, nothing. Just stay the fuck out of Halliburton business. George Bush Jr. was the last of the old mustaches. They knew how to politic. Politics is for foreign dignitaries, not for Americans. Americans gonna eat. Some of us are crooked, some of us living by the book, but we're all Americans. That's what I can say about George Bush and them. They did their thing. They did their thing, but those old mustaches knew the rules. Feed the fucking wolves and stay out my business. But now it's so transparent. Each move we making, even on the war front, we telling this shit. Like we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. When the last time you knew somebody business? I mean, when you was a kid, you didn't know who paid what bill in the house. You just know mom and dad was running the system. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Who, Kevin? All that is speculation until you can. Because a couple of months ago, somebody told me it was last year. I mean, the undisputed truth said straight, smiling faces show no traces of the evil lurks within. Smiling faces show no traces of evil lurks within. Mm, mm. Smiling face. That shit, that's that fire too, Special Master. Well, I hear everyone say billionaires are moving to red states. They applaud, but fail to realize they will only be displaced because they need space for their planes and mansions. But they're not even living in those red states. That's just what they doing. They, you know what I mean, financial business at. A lot of them probably got their address in Delaware because if any of y'all don't know, Delaware is the Swiss Bank of America. Delaware got a lot of no taxes and tax shelters and all that shit there. That's why the casinos boom. You check on Delaware. Delaware is a motherfucking, I mean, uh, damn near offshore. You know what I mean? Smash that light. The world may gone overnight. Wake up, world. We need more love, peace, and happiness in the world. Michael Jackson said that before. Michael Jackson, man, he's still affecting the world too. That movie that his peoples put out, I don't like it. I didn't see it. I saw the preview of it, but I don't like it because they stopped at a certain point, and then again they was morally in the movie now that they was highlighting that his nephew was looking just like it was more about his nephew than about Michael's story. You know what I'm saying? Michael got a hell of a story too. If Michael Jackson didn't do his thing in the '80s, y'all motherfuckers wouldn't be playing PlayStation. You know what I mean? Now go do your research on it. If y'all motherfuckers would not be playing PlayStation if it weren't for Michael Jackson ain't do his thing in the '80s. And it is what it is. Smash that like. Yeah, that is. I know. The truth, the undisputed truth. You are just extremely uninformed, undereducated on this topic. So I would what are you talking about, Kevin? You're the guy that came in talking about you're Iranian. Go take a nap, bro. Matter of fact, I ain't even with this shit today. I'm on my Donald Trump. You know how Donald Trump talked to the motherfucking bullshit ass press corps people? You're fired, man. What my homie at Seven Gator? Gator, it's on today. You're fired, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck. Michael Jackson is the GOAT, man. Credit card companies in Delaware, yeah. What's that credit card company in the '80s was giving everybody a fucking credit card limit. Everybody was getting a card. You see that Trump anthem is for the apprentice. For the love of money, you won't out your own brother. For the love of money, you won't. Yeah, yeah. But remember, and that's also was the song that was coming in on New Jack City when they was standing around that fucking fire barrel. They was singing for the love of money. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But yeah, Apprentice, that's one of my favorite shows, Sassy Mo. That was pre well, his horns came out his skull. Seven Gator, man. Seven Gator, one of my super supporters that be up in here. Personally, I'm in a relationship with a trans man, and we both believe in not flaunting it. And people, yes, have been confused and we both have seen it when it gets much. We both have a limit with people. Okay, full understanding, Rosalind. I have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? And I'm not against it. You know what I mean? I'm not for it. You know what I mean? It's just you can do what you want to do. It's your opinion. I practice sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. That's just what I do. So I mean, I'm either here nor there with it. Enjoy your life, family. That's all I say. If you like it, I love it because it's something that you want to do. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do me. So you know what I mean? Nothing but prosperity with you. Sending it to you. Let me know where you get your shirt, dude. I think I made it. I make these. This the BMC. This is my logo. Black equals MC, the money core. Did you get over there and check the channel out? You'll figure it out and let me know. Leave me a message underneath here if you want to get one of these, man. I got it for cheap and I got your size. Okay? Leave your information underneath this live stream if you're interested in getting one. As long as respect goes the same way and we ain't got no disrespect. Exactly. That's how I do it. That's why I deal in integrity. You know what I'm saying? Integrity ain't a color. That's it. Who you are. Yeah, for sure. Or when I come through there on that motherfucking Chinese bus or the Amtrak, you know what I mean? You can get it back. Joe D's. You say, nope, Diane, you say Trump ain't goddamn doing it easy weezy. The credit cards that were given away to everyone left, right. No, it wasn't the Discover. It was what's the other credit cards? They still doing something right now, but what's that credit card? Everybody, the kids going to college, housewives, bums. It was damn near in competition with the EBT card. Cause now y'all always say it's the food stamp queens, but I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Every American, 1 out of 2 Americans got an EBT card. Whether you admit it or not, you got a motherfucking EBT card because they was giving that shit away. Why not? It's Americans getting free shit, and motherfuckers always crying about it, but they don't care about sending a bunch of billions of pallets of money, billions of pallets of money to these people that y'all say we hate Muslims, but they just sent them a couple of pallets of money. People today are in credit card debt, right? All right, Special Master, make sure y'all get over there and double tap that stream and get the supporters up, man. That's what mainly we trying to do today. We trying to get the supporters to 100,000. I want one of them got there on YouTube plaques. You know what I mean? I done got everything from YouTube but a plaque. They done sent me a cha-cha. They done sent me ya. You know what I mean? America first, Cartos. Janelle said he is destroying our country. That's what it is. You say nobody ever answers that question. Capital. You just hit it on the head, Sassy Mo. Capital. What's that shit? Capital One. Remember Capital One was sending everybody that motherfucking credit card? Americans cry over free stuff because they think they ain't got none. Maybe they should take a trip to Canada to own the indigenous community and to see if they should take a trip to the hood. I mean, we don't need to go to no reservation to see motherfuckers that ain't got shit. And I ain't talking about homeless. I'm just talking about people that ain't managed to acquire nothing. And they fine with it. Cartos, get over there and double tap that stream, man, and turn on that notification. Capital One, man. I never got Capital One then, but I have it now, and I only use it for when my car needs repair. The balance is never high, and the right it is now zero. Capital One, the one Samuel Jackson was promoting. Yeah, before Samuel Jackson in the '80s, Capital One was off the chain, but Samuel Jackson was promoting it. Everton Dunn, what's goody? Who had a Capital One in here? That Capital One shit was off the fucking chain. You could get it. It was from like $500 to $5,000, just not even having a job or nothing. I guess, they were trying to get themselves in the credit game. They might have been flushing some money. You just never know. But that Capital One, and it won't no filling no shit out on the internet. You was doing that shit by hand, filling out the joint and sending it in, and then they'll send it in the mail. Remember the mail? We used to have a whole lot of trust in the mail. Have you know what I mean? If you OG with it, have your life was entrusted in the mail in some form or fashion, even with the income tax checks and all that stuff. It wasn't no bank transfers and all that stuff. You had to be pretty. You had to have a nifty nickel to do all that stuff in the 70s and the 80s and some of the 90s. When it was really like when they were switching over from giving people food stamps to EBT and the other cards. I watched a guy that live CCT of California homeless and just give him shit when no one worth it is online. Yes, Capital One, your folks needed a ride to the bank. Yeah, everybody needed a ride to the bank, and the bank gave them lollipops out there. It wasn't no damn. You wake up in the morning and they paid. They look at their phone. Oh shit, my check hit. I'm going to the store. That shit too. You know what I mean? That's America. America lives looking at the phone. My check hit. I'm going to the store. No matter what color you are, my check hit. I'm about to DoorDash some motherfucking whatnot. No matter what color you is. And Trump has got us living like that. U.S. Canadians don't trust the mail. They're constantly going on strike in Canada. Shit, our mail went independent, but our mail was that's why they was robbing and killing mailmen at one time because the mailman was no less like a goddamn Brinks truck. It had so much opportunity in it. It was our life's blood was in the mail. But now it's been allotted out, and that phone took a lot of jobs already. If y'all can't see it, this phone is AI. It's artificial intelligence because where if you scream, you probably can hear somebody. Somebody can probably hear you next door if you scream, "Hey, what's goody?" But now you don't have to scream. You can just push a button, and somebody can hear your voice on the other side of the world, and probably even in a fucking spaceship. You feel me? So now with that, it took so many jobs. This phone took so many jobs, man. And now AI is coming to get the rest on. The phone took the place of the waiter in the restaurant. You know what I mean? That shit took the place of your them big ass stereos used to have. Ain't nobody got no big ass stereo in their house no more. If they do, that bitch buggy as the fuck. They better throw that old shit away. Everybody got booming speakers, Wi-Fi, the phone, Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Don't nobody go to the store no more. Ain't a mall within fucking 20 miles that's booming. It's malls because people just refuse to release shit. Or if everything is a replenishment center. They call it the outlet mall is nothing but a replenishment center. Okay? What's the job that AI can't take, Roslyn? Name what's the job that AI can't take? Damn, they gave you $100 limit. God, that was this in the 80s? That was because the 80s, they was issuing them motherfuckers out. That's when people ain't even have a knowledge on credit cards. It was all new because they went from the checks to the credit cards quickly in the 70s with the diner's card. Remember the diner's card? I don't even know nobody that ever had a diner's card. And that's when MasterCard and Visa was big boss in the 70s. That new 1 billion is set aside for people that their civil rights get violated on the, know what I mean, the political violence side. I guess because they say the January 6 people are some of them might be eligible for it. I don't know if they're going to grandfather them in and give them some money out of that fund, but why is he wasting money? Where is the fund to better young American minds and to build up communities that had a big cheeks of their infrastructure's almost fucked with in the last 2 years? Where are those town hall meetings and empowerment too? Know what I mean? Where is that at? AI can swing a hammer. They got AI jackhammers and AI hammers now. Shit, AI that's hammering, stamping, busting out cutouts, all that shit. AI can build a house without no human interaction, family. They have AI hammers. They got AI jackhammers right now, fixing the street. AI can't profile people like an officer can. They can't find drugs like humans. Yes, they can, because AI got infrared. They got facial recognition. They can probably look at your posts and tell if you're lying and do all that shit. Now they got all that shit. Diners Club, America Club, American Express, Discover, Yup, Capital, MasterCard, Visa. Now they have Chime, PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. Right. And PayPal. Don't forget PayPal, they granddaddy. And PayPal is their granddaddy. Shit, Cody. Hey, John Henry thought the same thing. John Henry thought the same thing. And look what happened to John Henry. He says it's all going in his pocket. It probably is just like that. What's that other fund that he set up for the babies? He set up some shit for when you have a baby, they automatically gonna give your baby $1,000. That shit sounds like when you sign up for one of those gambling Jones, they say they're gonna give you $5 or $10, and then they let you win with it, and you win, and then they have you so fucked up that you spend the rest of the money you went in the motherfucker. Ain't that's crazy? Then you end up spending some of your money to get back some of the money that you won. Like that's what that shit sound like. They can't do something. They won't know the predictability of a person on how a cartel hides drugs. You're crazy. They can tell you who's going to get killed in your neighborhood next and who's going to do it and why from data and analytics in Chicago. They got so many out. Y'all must is they teaching y'all about the algorithm, Rosalind, about the word algorithm and what a algorithm is because to a certain extent everything on the planet moves by an algorithm. Okay? Smash that like and share me out. 33 of y'all in here. Double tap the screen. Let's get them likes up to 100, man. 100. I had a fun question. Who is not lying and reps us Bernie? I don't know anything else. Pete, none of them. All of them lying. You can't say one is a bad politician when all of them are. That's what a good politician is, a bad politician, because it's not designed to do anything for the people. It's designed to do everything for the lobbyists and the power. You understand? A good politician is a bad one. They do tech, but they also teach ways it won't work in our lifetime until I'm dead. Yeah, them people pissed about that Trump phone. Shit, Kanye West did the same thing. I had ordered some of them Kanye West shoes when they stopped being $200. Them pods. I had ordered some and shit, and that motherfucker ain't give us them shits for like 4 goddamn months. William Rodriguez, can you name 3 reasons why Trump is your president? And it's not to debate you. I'm just trying to get a good where Americans are at. And Janet Smith, good afternoon. Janet Smith, William Rodriguez, Rosalind, Moon Reyes, Janelle. Did y'all get over there and support the channel? Did you over there and get you a turn the notifications on and subscribe to the BMC channel on YouTube? I'm trying to get the subscriptions up so that we can hit 100,000. I'm at around I'm pulling up on 32,000 right now. So get over there and support the movement. Okay, thank you for that. Rosalind, you stuck in the pain of growing too. I feel that. The very first AI robot was invented in the 60s called Shaky. General Motors had Unimate working in their factories. Right, Sassy Mo. And now shit, General Motors done got there gonna move out the country to Mexico somewhere. But General Motors, let me say this, General Motors is a government owned car company. Y'all do realize that, right? It's no less the civilian side of the military infrastructure. Nobody probably don't even be aware that General Motors is actually a government, you know what I mean, car company. That's why they always say is they gonna pull them out or fund them because it's one of the you know what I mean? It's like the CIA is loosely linked to the United States, but they say it's an independent think tank. The CIA just went to Cuba somewhere and called some shots. Like, huh? I thought that was not probably why we are leaders in AI data centers. Well, we better be a leader in it, but as opposed to being a follower in everything else. And seemingly we're losing a little steam because now as Americans, we don't want to unify because it seems like we're unifying under some banner that we don't all want to be a part of. You understand? We got to clearly uh, delineate what America is and what the Trump administration is because America is something different. And we forgetting that. I'm going to say that to all of you Americans. You're forgetting this shit because you're too busy separating from each other instead of y'all need to be getting together on the same accord. You don't have to overthrow Donald Trump. You can make America great by doing whatever you got to do. Wait for his tenure to go out and become a lobbyist or support your lobbyists that whatever agenda you want heard or um, to come into fruition. That's how you make moves. Yes, I am Cody Phillips. Yes, I am Cody Phillips. I'm in grade and my education I still limited with the Trump. Smash that like yo, Rosalind, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but you're fired too, man, because this is for adult Americans. We can't, and it seems like you got a platform that you want to get on. This is not the place, sis. You're fired. Nope, because that smelled of no, Cody. No, that you know what I mean. No, that smelled like it was about to be some kind of troll type of situation. Nobody asked for that information, but that information was garnered through the whole chat screen. I could smell the troll, so no, Cody, not here. I'm not against it. I'm not with it either. So it seemed like that was about to be, and then it was a juvenile in America. You have to be 18 or older. You know what I mean? This content is made for adults, fam, Americans at that. All presidents lie to everybody. Cody Phillips, salute, fam. Yeah, that seemed like that was about to be some other shit right there. So this is about Americans, man. That was a troll trying to churn up emotion and change the narrative because all that kind of stuff dealing with people's who they want to be and they knowing their worth. I mean, it's controversial in America, and that's gonna throw us off of getting down to I mean the combo of did China and Iran win? Is Trump anti-weaponization fund anti-American and who divided America? I mean to get off in one of those rabbit holes. So that's why that decision was made, y'all. Smash that like. Rossell can understand Rosalind feeling because what will be left for her generation. However, I believe it will be the generation to have to deal with consequences left by those before them. Right. But I'm gonna say this right now: the people that we're producing is not really. I don't think they're really fully equipped to be leaders. They're fully equipped to be, what I mean, what's trending and always following. That's why when I come in contact with somebody, I look at if I do look at their social media, I don't look at it for entertainment. I look at how many people they are following as opposed to how many people do they follow. Because for real, you could tell like that's how they get their data and analytics of what's your interest. How many of these things do you follow? You know what I mean? If it's multifaceted, they're gonna see that. But if it's one-sided in one direction, they're also gonna see that. That's why I look at how many people these people are following and who they're following. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, Barry Money. What's up with you? You say he was the worst president. Michael Johnson said Trump took a shit on America. MAGA didn't really thank him. MAGA just went along with it. And they'll come in and say, Daddy Trump and this and that. You know what I mean? Well, the kids, they all deal in debits and credit. They don't cook shit. All that shit is brought to them. Chick-fil-A, fucking Taco Bell, what's the Starbucks. All that shit is brought to these kids. It's, you know what I mean? Even Chinese food, good old soul food, is brought to them. They're living in the replicator. I told you, we are becoming big ass replenishment centers. You say, nah, pair. That's what it is. What's going on with you? Trump supporters are rich or stupid. My man Puff Puff Pass. I just wait until I get off. You know how to wait, family. Because I smoke to the don't ski. Because you know it's too much going on out here. COVID, they got that motherfucking, what's that shit they got now? The Hanta. And they say that Ebola popping up. So I smoke to the dome unless it's my precious. I made my own spaghetti, Italian style, made tacos out of the leftovers. Let's go, man. That's what it is, Cody. That's what I do. If I make a pot of spaghetti, I'm gonna munch on that shit for the whole week until it's gone. Curtin says FTD. That's what it is, William Rodriguez. For you go, William Rodriguez. Did you get over there and support the, you know what I mean, the BMC? Did you get over there and turn on the notification and what they call it? I don't like to say subscribers. I say supporters because subscribers that subscribe and then don't support the content. I say all my supporters get over there, support the content. So when and put the notification bell, you know what I mean, you can get back at one of these dope conversations. There's a strong young generation that's not buying into the bullshit or the hatred that comes out a lot of young white youths, like black people, especially if they had a plate. Right. Yeah. Oh well. I bred a few of them. Like I got some graduates this year. You know what I mean? College and high school, and even coming up in the lower echelons of the indoctrinated education that it is. So you know what I mean? I'm big on that. Education is a must. Get that piece of paper because sometimes they don't allow us into the hollow halls of making money unless we acquire these accoutrements and trappings. If you don't go get that sheepskin, it's gonna be you're gonna, you know what I mean? You better have that entrepreneur in you. What's going on, Tycoon Gamer? What's your favorite Tycoon game? My favorite Tycoon game is Train Tycoon. Ebola is a chunk. We got sewer systems in America that detect it. That rat virus, though, that shit was a problem. We doing decent with the epidemics. Cody, Ebola is something different. You don't really understand Ebola, I see. Our sewer system is whatever they want it to be. That you know what I mean? You know, that right there, the sewer systems is a good way. The sewer system is helping it with AI because they give your sewer system a pregnancy test, a drug test. You know what I mean, mental. You know what I mean, because they look at the pills and shit that's in your shit and piss. The pills they look at what you're getting rid of in the sewer system. In particular communities, they can tell who's smoking crack, who's doing heroin, who's doing coke. You know what I mean, all of that shit by way of your sewage system. They can see what's a high amount of this in this community and a high amount of that in this community, or they can even tell there's a lot of depressed peoples, and they found a lot of depressed medicine when they give you sewer system like a urinalysis, a colostomy, and that's how they can tell what's going on too. As you know, you know. But yeah, that Ebola is dangerous. It's a controlled virus, so be careful. And it seemingly maybe even be a weapon. Smash that like, y'all. Okay, that's what's up out in Bogalusa, Louisiana. William Rodriguez. What's up with Bogalusa? That's what what's the little young boy that got killed? That was a rapper. He had the dreads. He was from Bogalusa. Jay. What was his name? Jay. Jay was from Bogalusa. Kenny Hildebrand. What's going on, Kenny Hildebrand? Kenny Hildebrand and Win Rodriguez. Anti-Coon Games. And Pedro. Can y'all get over there and double tap the stream first of all? Get over there and support the channel. You know what I mean? Get your little subscription on because I'm on the road to 100 Thou Wow family. Okay, Jada Youngin. That's what it is. Yeah, Jada Youngin was coming up too. He was on. I ain't gonna say he could have got on NBA YoungBoy level, but he came out of that pack of when the Louisiana people was getting known for their music outside of New Orleans. Yeah, Jada Youngin. Yeah, what happened with that? His daddy got hit or something like that too, won't it? That's crazy. Cammy, what's up with you, homie? Let me check this out. Ebola is very deadly and easy to spread. That disease that makes you bleed from your that Ebola, but they say it's popping back up over there on that other. Oh my God! And we talked about this the other day that they was gonna put a strap on that watch. I knew it because Timu probably told them. And now just make some bootleg goddamn watch scraps. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Because I can't believe they're just gonna make them shits watch fobs. Hell dog. Hell, the name mean too much. That's gonna be their entry into mid-level watches. AP now is gonna take over that the Swatch zone. That's gonna be their entry into it. That's all. That's good big marketing. That's good marketing right there, Cam. They just upgrade and Swatch. They turn the Swatch into the Rolex of watches. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. But we talked about that lunch, lunch, lunch. Yes, it is. But if people don't sneeze in your face, you are not. Yeah, we NBA young boy. Yeah, out there, Buckaloosa. It's not a ballroom. It's a bunker. Trump building it. But why? Because it's about to pop off. Okay, y'all doing okay. That was crazy though. Yeah, JD Youngin was on the come up though. And Roy, why is Trump winning? JD Youngin. Yeah. Smash that like. That's what it is, Win Rodriguez. Make sure y'all get over there and support the stream though, family. That's what it is. Yep, because it's tropical with it. That shit, man. And then we got that we got a crazy cruise ship industry popping off. Trump is winning the House, Senate, President, but is Americans winning? Trump is winning, okay, with all that shit you said, Roy. But are Americans winning? Shouldn't we be winning with them? All that house shit, all that shit is nothing. I'm talking about the economy. $10 gas, $15 a dozen for eggs. Know what I mean? Juice. You know what I mean? I asked you a question, not put a clown emoji up, Roy. See what I'm saying? You never can answer a question. All you can do is come in with some, you know what I mean, some heavy promotion, some being an eater. You only came in being an eater. You know what I mean? Did you see Massey lost after holding that position for 14 years against someone funded by APAC and backed by Trump? Yep. And Massey he's a fucking Republican, right? He's a Republican, right? They're at war with anybody that's not supporting them. You understand that? They're at war with anybody that's not supporting them, man. Who's a bigger clown than me, Roy? You're texting that shit when you could just go to another channel. That shit crazy, Roy Whitaker. But go ahead and be an eater. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. No one wants to be defeated. Just eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Smash that like, y'all. He is literally voted with the Republicans in every issue besides Epstein and the Iran war. And now they got him out of there. Right. That's how they do it, Cam. That's how they do it. Right, Cody. Remember when we had that discussion with the Ukrainian dude Zelensky, and Zelensky mentioned that that's why he don't worry about the election because he at war. Worry about the election. Trump looked in the camera and kind of giggled, like, "Yeah, you right. They got his ass out of here, Cam." Yep. The dinosaur is part of the economic war against us. Ain't that crazy? Why are they not helping America? It seems like they waging an economic war against Americans, fam. The war of economics, technology, with all these fucking cameras and shit. You know you can't run behind a building right now and take a shit or a piss no more like you used to back in the day because your ass subject to get a fucking indecent exposure charge because you're gonna be on somebody's camera. Right, Cody. Where did they get the money to buy 300 drones if they electric grid is failing? Even their whole economic, their whole system, you know what I mean, is folded and crashed. Where did they get the money to get those high tech drones? Democratic policies, exchanges, children, men, and little girls' bathrooms. That did get weird, Roy. It did get a little weird with all that stuff. It was happening in America. I will say that on the Democrats' watch, it did get a little weird. I'm like, what? And a lot of it was brought to light after Trump got in power that the Democrats had allowed all this weird shit to go on in the midst of mainstream America. Because I even seen they was allowing the Satanic Club to meet up after school at schools and rec centers and shit. The Satanic Club, like I'm neither here nor there with the religious and all that shit, but still to be, you know what I mean? No, all of them. No, we didn't lose. We lost as Americans on both sides of it with that shit and with the shit that's going on now with Donald Trump. We ain't never been winning. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what you're not understanding. You keep separating, Roy. You're paying the same $10 a gallon that I'm paying. You're paying $30 for a dozen of eggs like me. Okay. So you say you when you say that's why y'all no, it's us. That's why you will never. That's why you will never survive in the new America because you too busy separating, Roy. China did China was that the emergency supplies? Did the Chinese dude tell Trump let us even the score for China for Cuba? Because remember, China and Russia had something to do with the reason China in this shit in the first place. Because they thought maybe they had missiles and the Bay of Pigs and all that shit popped off. Then maybe they had Russian and Chinese missiles and shit. With Soviet missiles, and the Soviet don't even exist no more. Afghanistan ran them out of business. They couldn't beat Afghanistan in the 80s, so they had bankrupt, I mean, the countries that was in that conglomerate. That's where Ukraine came from. That's why I say we shouldn't be supporting Ukraine because Ukraine is no less Russian cousins. They're all cousins. Smash that like you say Trump is king, approved user. That's what it is. He's won the Jackass of the Day award on the BMC. He also, you know what I mean, I don't block. I get your ass out. So it's just a build up. Some people I see, you know what I mean, the rebel rousers in them. Maybe I might keep them around, but then some people I get them quick on their first day at the job. I'm just seeing where Roy's going at with this. Is it hate? You know what I mean, or what? That's with Roy. Sometimes I do data analytics so I can understand these people that come online and do a bunch of shit like this. Roy Whitaker and Roy Whitaker. You know what? I know who this is. I know who this is. I know who Roy Whitaker is. Roy Whitaker is a failed prison boxer. That's all I'm gonna say. That's crazy. You got to get a little bit more intricate in your names, Roy Whitaker. I know, and it's a black guy because you can notice that this isn't racist what he's writing. It's more geared toward me. I know exactly who it is. A failed prison boxer that I came across the other day. That's crazy. Nah, Roy Whitaker, don't try to change it up. Hit dog on holler. I noticed you said you didn't say no. I'm not. Or refruited. Yeah. There's some weird shit going on. Hell yeah, go Trump says Mintz. Damn, you got shit on your bro, Mintz. Zippy's World says King Trump. Someone call Gator. Let's go. Right. America needs a third party. The Moose Party. Vote Moose Party. What's the Moose Party standing on, Michael Wilbur? What's they standing on? Yep, poor people with 6 teeth and can't even go get no dentures supporting somebody with 6 yachts. Why can't Iran have a nuke? Who are you to say that, Zippy? That's what's so crazy. That's like next would it be your neighbor can't have a gun, but you can? We went through that as Americans before too. Remember, some people couldn't have a gun, but you could. You understand what I'm saying? Why put, you know what I mean, restrictions on somebody else in another country? Why support it when it was supposed to be no wars? We're supposed to be getting money right now, right? America, make America great again. Everybody's supposed to be working. All the entrepreneurs that's coming up with the new shit or opening up new things supposed to be bumping. That's what America, making America great is, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. Why can't Iran ask China or Russia? Huh? Why can't they ask them what? OPEC uses George Jr. 1970 pact. What are you talking about? George Bush Jr. was not around in 1970 to do anything with OPEC. Iran is not a terrorist regime. Is it a Muslim regime or is it a terrorist regime? We got to stop replacing the word terrorist with Muslim too. That's causing a lot of confusion in those people that's trying to, you know what I mean, represent their religion in peace, because that's really what it stands for, Islam. Is it Muslims or is, I mean, y'all see what I'm saying? And that too, that's why it's got you looking at a illegal alien and an immigrant and an illegal immigrant as the same. You know what I mean? That petrodollar was around with Nixon, dude. Nixon took America off of the gold standard. The president before him and the president after him dealt with that. That petrodollar shit was going on in the 70s. Jimmy Carter was the last person to really fuck with it. Reagan, he was more in the techno dollar because Japan and Southeast Asia was booming with their technological shit, and we had our foot on their back from World War II. So we went into the tech dollar. In the end, still dealing. You know what I mean? And then we got on the coke. We was on the kilo, goddamn it, the kilo dollar. Our money, I mean, a lot of our money in America was backed by coke deals. You better believe it, because out of the cocaine and crack epidemic, there was a lot of entrepreneurs. It was a lot of money lost and gained in all different sectors, and also used and funneled into all sectors of America. Then Google what black money means. It was money that was, you know what I mean? Like cocaine money started off as that's that, but it ended up funding, you know what I mean, Sandinistas and Contras in South America, they war. And then that also has something to do with Iran, because in the same, you know what I mean, breath that they was doing all that, the next move was to fund Iran with missiles, you know what I mean, sell Iran some missiles. Israel and the United States, Oliver North told on them. Do your history. It was in the 80s. You say you for Trump, Dar. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Have I ever met an Iranian? I know a lot of Iranians. There's a couple of them that got stores around here. Dar, you old as hell too. What part of the country you in, Dar? This probably Turkey Neck, but it's all good. Why is Islam a nasty religion, Mitz? Christianity is a nasty religion. If you leave it up to some people, I hate when somebody, you know what I mean. And only thing you know about Islam is that some people that allegedly were worshipers and participants in Islam because of their culture might have did some 9/11 shit or are known for doing bombings and stuff like that. That's not the whole of Islam as a religion, fam. And I don't want you taking it to, well, Muhammad did this and that, because shit. Um, what was on up with Brigham Young and them peoples? What was his name? The guy that started the Mormons and all that. You know, they was on some pretty weird shit too. But y'all don't say nothing about that. I say, you know what I mean? Y'all take the Muslims and make them out to be these villains. Israel just wants to run the entire Middle East and are using the U.S. to do it. Israel and the U.S. have nukes just like Russia, China, North Korea. Pakistan got them. India, South Africa has nuclear weapons. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. That's what it is. Absolutely. I have met many Iranians. They are robust people, salt of the earth folks, but the regime needs to go. I said the regime needs to stay because who's us to decide that? I think the Iranian people should decide that for themselves. Misogynistic. How do you force a woman to cover up? That's not forced. That's in their Quran. If she's a member of that religious community, she's supposed to abide by the laws. Y'all seem to forget. Remember, women couldn't wear pants to church, and that was here. And that's just the most lenient thing that I'm gonna say about the church. But remember that. Remember, they preached no homosexuality and all that shit wasn't legit by God. But the organ player and possibly the drummer and possibly the pastor was homosexual in the church, and that's in all denominations, all colors. Remember that shit though? Women couldn't wear pants. They in the church, they can't wear no pants. Bitch got on a long ass little house on the Perry skirt. And damn they had on a bonnet. You understand? It's cool when I do it, but when they do it, you got a problem. I mean, that shit crazy, man. And that's some white people tactics too. And when I say white people, that don't mean all white folks. So don't. Well, I grew up with black people. I don't even want to hear that shit right now. But that's the white. When I say white people, white folks, that means the government, the powers that be, the man. You know what I mean? And white people include Chinese, Black, Puerto Rican, anybody of color that's working with the man to oppress Americans. Family. That's all I'm saying. So don't nobody get on their high horse. I grew up in the projects, and my cousin Ray married a black girl. I got two black cousins. I don't want to hear that shit, family. You was where in '78? You was in Iran in 1978. You are at liberty to believe whatever religion you like in America, but you are not at liberty to practice your religion where it interacts with the law. And that's so true. But you're also, you know what I mean, subject to scrutiny in the United States if you're not Christian. All of that supposed to apply. But if you're not with the dominant religion, and now you got to be Protestant, Catholics getting put the fuck out. You know, the predominantly the illegals are Catholics. It's a holy war on them too. They're getting their ass out of here. That's why the Pope is not backing it because predominantly they're Catholic and they're of in his diocese. They're I mean they fucking with the Holy See money in America by putting these people out. They losing the Catholic Church losing money. Catholic women, Baptist women, all of them. They couldn't wear no pants and all that shit. They didn't let them women drive cars. Don't these white women had to walk with black women and black preachers and shit to get women suffrage, man. That we was on the same type shit, and I said we as in the country of United States, America. Free speech is only if you whisper and they can't hear it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, nuns wore habits. We talking about regular people. Nuns and sisters wore habits. And all of them ain't even the same. It's nuns, it's sisters, it's friars, it's monks, pastors, preachers. Right. They wouldn't let girls wear jeans or even long pants. And then she better not talk about uh a boyfriend. What the old people used to call it? They used to call it coating. Like they were coating, but it's courting. Oh, you ain't coating, is you? You ain't coating. What the hell? It sound like it's about to hook up some horses and shit. You ain't coating, is you? You know what I mean? But they also got married at 13. But you know what I mean? This shit is crazy. Remember, exactly, to like and subscribe and turn the notification on so you know when one of these dope conversations pop in. Being a conservative, liberal, or whatever doesn't make you a Christian, right? Being a Christian doesn't make you a Christian nowadays because a lot of people just go to church on Sundays and don't give a fleazy about the Ten Commandments, Jesus Christ, Moses, nobody. They just know to do it because it's instinctive and it's a a learned behavior to go to church on Sundays. You go to the club on Fridays. Well, you get paid on Friday. You go to the club on Saturday, and Sunday morning you in church, whether you like it or not. That's just been ingrained in us, and some people still follow that doctrine and eat it. They don't. They don't have no closer relationship to God than, you know what I mean, the person that never been to church, because God is not in the church. Church is just a place for everybody that says they worship that same God or that same doctrine or ideology. That's where they meet up at. It's no less a boys' club and a girls' club, family. That's what we got to get out of that frame of mind. Because you go to church, that doesn't make you no more holier than thou. It just said you went to church and you paid into, you know what I mean, commercial religion that morning when you put some money in that plate. You help keep their lights on or brought the pastor a Cadillac. Just depends on what they're doing with the money. You know what I'm saying? You told me. But the church ain't no way to get kicked out of. That's just a building. I ain't never heard God show up at none of those churches. And if he has, I missed it. So let me know. Because you remember every Sunday, this is what threw me off with church. And we're not going to get into bashing church because church does give you grounding and the realization that there is a God. Maybe not in that church. But when the people used to be speaking in tongues and dancing, the lady would have on a long dress dancing and speaking. Now God has struck her down. But she knows to not let her skirt get too high up. Still give them a show, a little motherfucking stocking, but not too much leg, hip, and upper thigh. You know, they used to be, you know what I mean? Lady, she still know, and it's not like she just got her hands down like that. She knows where to put, you know what I mean? Like, lady, what are you doing? Like, why? And then I used to be like, why didn't I get a chance to speak in tongues yet? Everybody, Sister Green, Sister Gail, her daughter was crying uncontrollably. You know what I'm saying? The pastor sometimes, if you in the right church, why not me? And it all seemed like I was in like a theatrics as I sat around and watched this because I always been a thinking person, you know what I mean? And more on logics. Smash that like. I'm not oppressed. I respect men, but I'm not submissive. I have my own ideas. When I come, I bring my own table and chair and money, not competing with him either. Right. I like that, Sassy Mo. But that's how it should be. As a person, everybody should be getting their mess kit together. I mean, so no matter what situation you're in, whether it's you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or you seeking to get a wife or a husband, you still should be. Everybody is their own corporation, and you should have your own. What is it? Net and gross. What comes net and gross profit? You feel me? Speaking in tongues is crazy. Got to be a queen. You are no one here wants my any less. These small fingers touching nonsense doesn't stop us from raising up our queens, women for right. Well, whatever, you know what I mean? But don't raise them to be the president or any of that. Raise them to be whoever they want to be. Raise your queens to be whoever they want to be. See, when we do all that pinpointing and then they don't live up to it, we kind of damage them. So whatever their interest, cultivate their own interest and make sure it's, you know what I mean, we unite by getting Republicans out of office. Shit, unite by getting all of them out of office because when the Republicans weren't in office, y'all was crying about Joe Biden and Obama and them, you know what I mean? Yep, when you know who you are, respect goes a long way. And that's exactly right. What's going on, Jesus Kendano? You back in here with that bullshit. What's up, Jesus? What you got going on? I gotta put a jacket on YouTube. Cause, you know what I mean? Free, do 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 do. What's going on, free? What's going on with you? Chilling. What's going on with you, free? What's the weather where you at? It's 92 degrees right now around here. Sassimo says, hey, free. Hey, Sus, you from Venezuela? Free says, hello, Sassimo. Smash that like. It's 35 of y'all in, man. We on the road to 100, man. Let's get them lights up. Okay. Shit, it's 92 degrees and the sun is beaming out there, man. The sun is beaming. Republicans have only created 3% of U.S. jobs since 1989. They bad for business. Well, why don't you anybody else besides Republicans create some jobs? We don't need the Republicans to create our jobs. We need Americans to support them. So let's get out here and start creating, and you Americans start supporting. That's the problem. We too hashi-tashi and all that bullshit, and we less American. Oh yeah, stand sucker free, my G. Okay, some shit jumped off last week in y'all area too. Wanted that damn free. Was that where the girls was fighting and all these dudes got shot up and all that? Venezuela. I want to hear about it. My convenience store is from Venezuela. I need to hear from people if you don't mind. What do you mean your convenient? The person that owns your convenience store is from Venezuela? I'm gonna say this about Venezuela. It was a power move. Trump trying to lock down the Americas, and Venezuela is right there on the end cap of South America, and also that's why he needs Cuba, because everything in between was a colonized French or British or American territory in the first place. So he already got them little shits locked down. You know what I mean? But he trying to get South America locked down, and then he could probably put some kind of tax like the Strait of Hormuz for everybody that's getting money with China and Panama coming through the Panama Canal. Trump is gonna try to get some money out of probably linking some shit up through that little, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, watch this shit. Is Venezuelan okay? What you mean, is it okay? Is it okay to be a Venezuelan in America? Yeah, it's okay to be anybody in America. I'm not against Venezuela. You know what I mean? That's the Trump administration that's against Venezuela. If you support Chevron or any of those gas stations like that, that's Venezuelan oil. Police killed somebody and some niggas got hit on the south side. Right. The niggas that got hit on the south side, I think they was through a police I mean a girl fight. You have a brain. More jobs is better for America. Come on now, bro. It's not rocket science. What jobs? Americans need to be able to control these jobs, not more jobs in America. He's bringing H1B visa motherfuckers over here. No, we need more jobs in America, not fill more jobs in America, dude. What are you talking about? No, free is not in the hood. We talking about citywide. The hood, don't shit happen in the hood no more because the hood ain't the hood no more. If y'all ain't got that gonna heard about gentrification. Know what I mean? It costs to live in the hood. Now the hood is like a museum. Motherfuckers ride by and say, that's where they used to sell crack at, right there. Or some white guy that's old now and know what I mean, fists all big from shooting dope all his life. He'll ride past the spot and be like, yeah, that's where I took my first hit at. You know what I mean? Or some black guy that's, you know what I mean, pushing a cart, he'll go through there and see the old buildings of where he used to do his thing at. The hood ain't the hood no more. That shit been gentrified. Them ballers with them brass and copper ballers, they cutting that shit out, getting the money off of it, and they keeping that crown molding up in them big fireplaces and them wood floors. You know what I mean? The hood is not the hood no more, family. They don't knock down all the projects and shit because the government refused to pay for them. Chips and jobs aren't created for Americans. They're created for Taiwanese people, man. Yep, you got to be super tech savvy to get a job these days. And that's even on the lowest form of technology. Like these old people, and I say older, from 35 on up, a lot of them can play a gambling game, but you can't ask them nothing about coding and that shit because, know what I mean, they've been taught to play games, not make them. Smash that like, y'all. Salute, free. Tell them, mind the business that pays you. Dirty. Say that like one of those goddamn go, you know what I'm saying? Truth. That means St. Louis brothers. Dirty. Doesn't matter. Republicans don't create shit. Democrats don't create shit. Why you keep going? I keep telling you that's what's going to further separate us. Keep hollering. None of us are Republicans and Democrats. Ain't that crazy? Unless we're paid party members. How many of y'all are actually paid party members in these fucking Democrat and Republican things that y'all come in here and fuss about? How many of y'all even paid into their party? So you're the Democrat supporter. You're a Republican supporter unless you're paid into the party. You are aware of that, right? I don't think they have the free they don't. You can't get into DNC or the RNC with just I'm a Republican. No, where's your credentials? Did you pay your dues this year? So basically you're a supporter. You're making excuses. Black people can't be educated and get the jobs that what are we not talking about black people's dude. You talking stupid. Go sit down, go take a nap. We talking about Americans. Black people just so happen to be the leading Americans in America, and you know it. But we're not talking about black people. We're talking about just being an American. We ain't talking about what black peoples can't get. Black peoples are in all walks of life in America, in all positions, up to the executive office. If you don't know, Kamala Harris was a person of color. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't vote out of protest, but it's a fool's game. You saying this, but even when you don't vote, you vote. You're taking a stance on I'm not participating. So that makes the voting pool even that more smaller, selective, and pinpointing. So whatever side can get more people to vote in unison for them is going to be the winner. It don't now necessarily have to be the right side. It's just the side that can get the numbers. So even when you don't vote, you vote. You saying that with this white man's picture up, huh? That's the president of the United States. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Yeah, like I got some white guy like I'm saying, holy Trump, I love Trump. I'm neither here for Trump or there for Trump. That's the president. That's for the shock value because they got you reacting. That's you know what? You proved my point. And nor do you. But you proved my point, Aura. You proved my point. That's why I got it up for people like you to respond to it. You'll come, I can't stand his face. Nah, I ain't one of them I don't vote niggas. I'm them, my voting is selective. What you got for me? I'm one of those Americans that vote, not niggas. Dummy. You came in here and just said anything trying to relate. That shit crazy. Now, remember, y'all, you would never be bested by someone doing better than you because they too busy better than you. But this seeming to be somebody that's out of pocket because you even put the emojis, you know you a clown. You put the laughing emojis and shit. That's too much emotion on somebody that you never met. Would I fuck one of your girls or took a job you wanted or something? That shit crazy. I mean, and you know what's so crazy? You're black and you probably be underprivileged because you're holding yourself back. I can tell from the way you texting, you one of these clown ass black dudes. What's your favorite sports team? You respect a nigga if he was a fan of the Lakers like you, than as opposed to a motherfucker that had his own thinking on whatever political group. That's who you are, Mr. Orifine. I bet you a black nigga all you do is watch sports and play games and shit. Go play, homie. Man, you black man, but you're a black dude. You're a black dude with a nappy head. I bet. No, you're not a real black man. A real black man wouldn't have to tell me he was. I will feel you by your aura. You wouldn't have came in disrespecting another black man. You know what I mean? I'll put real on me. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? If they say real, don't trust them. Jeezy told you that, fuck nigga. What are you talking about? I told y'all he was a black man. He's one of them jerseys. You still wearing jerseys, homie. Get your mind right. Horrifying. Look, you probably a LeBron hater. See, you can't only talk sports. You can't think of the real world. I told you, you answering all the questions. See what I'm saying? I don't watch sports. So yeah, I'm a LeBron hater. Fuck sports. I'm too busy trying to live the game of life, homeboy. I told y'all he was one of the niggas wearing jerseys. That shit crazy. No, it's not rage bait, G. It's a part of the community that we don't tend to hear from because they're too busy playing video games and watching LeBron and them and buying Michael Jordans for $500. That's that guy right there. No, he's not a little kid. He's a grown man. He's stuck in the continuum of PS5. You know what I mean? LeBron James, the new Jordans coming out. You know what I mean? That's him. I told nobody take him out. Nightbot, what are you doing? We need him for now. We don't come across these a lot. That's a motherfucking black man that's still, you know what I mean, in a mental state. Yo, free. That was a black dude that all he do is watch sports. He got a natty afro. Yeah, that's crazy. And he admitted it. I'm probably a LeBron hater. We talking about the world right here. You come here talking about I'm a LeBron hater. LeBron ain't gonna do shit for you. He got a couple of billion. No, he ain't an angry man. He one of the lost young people out here. We got him in all colors. I remember when I said you probably you talking about you a LeBron hater. I don't want to talk about LeBron with you, dog. What the fuck? He can come back in too. He know that he only used capital letters. They timed him out. Nightbot timed him out. But there he go. Nah, don't talk. You can't even talk to me now, Oral, because you came in with some bullshit. I feel funny about talking about you. I know you a black man. I feel funny with even discussing something with you because you came in on some bullshit. So you know what I mean. Just chill. I don't even want to hear it. Nah, he's smart. But he tended to direct it at the wrong things. He want to go battling me instead of coming in, sat back, you know what I mean, seeing what it's about here. You know what I mean? But I don't even want to talk to him about it now. He came back intelligent. You know what I mean? Yeah, being programmed, Sassy, but being programmed to hate himself, hate me. He came in and I told him who he was. Look, no, I'm not engaging with your stats, Aura. Just chill, man. Being programmed. You came in with the program shit, hating on another brother. And you one of them dudes that you going natural like them girls was going. You ain't come your hair. You think you know what I mean? You couldn't make it in D1 basketball, and now you come in dissing another brother. Come on, family. You one of them TikTok niggas. You live your life, all your information come from TikTok. Know what I mean? Whatever what's the light skinned nigga from that play basketball? Whatever they say, run your life. Long beard, what it is right now. Nah, dog. I don't fuck with clowns, man. Aura, I don't fuck with clowns, my G. That shit crazy. That shit is crazy. And your shit is Autobot. You got 86 subscribers, but you got views that is in like the thousands. Your shit is Autobot. Your shit is Autobot. Your stats can't cross over to, you know what I mean, to content to get supporters. Your shit is Autobot. Look, what in the world? Facts over feelings. Free. This somebody that we know, man. Who is that? That's saying that facts over feelings shit. You know, that's a catchphrase that go on in this community. Yeah, he living in the virtual reality world. Check his stats. He's no less like when your cousin comes up to you and say, I got 50 million Instagram. How many of them are paying you? How much AdSense you getting off of that? You know what I mean? Your stats. It ain't about stats these days, homie. It's about that mean green. I know. But he gone, yeah, he gone aura. Holla, fam. Holla, man. God damn. You know what Donald Trump would say right about now, Aura? You're fired. Come in on your new Gmail. Watch this. We're gonna be able to tell when he comes back in because he's gonna be heavily corny emojis. He'll use a bunch of corny emojis. Yeah. It's sad, man. It is sad that our young brothers waste their lives and waste their time with stuff like this, man. That shit is crazy, but it is what it is, man. What kind of commencement speech Donald Trump giving? We'll never know if he's very smart or not because he came in with some ignorance. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we do. I run across a lot of people that are super intelligent, but I never get the chance to see that side because their ignorance is they value that more. Free. Now you talking. See, you know that's what I deal in. Fuck a million views. I need $1 million. I need some seed money to lead this revolution. The revolution can't fight hungry. I mean, motherfucker talking about check his stats and go over there. He got 30 people backing him. He probably paid for them stats with his PPP money, like a lot of them did. He ain't got no electricity. He probably sleeping on his mama couch and shit in his hands. Just, you know what I mean? The stakes is high, family. That shit crazy, man. That somebody will come in and what they call that crashing out. He ain't got a care in the world. He said he playing PlayStation 5, rooting for the Lakers. Talking about I'm probably a LeBron hater. I don't watch sports, fam. I'm playing the game of life, family. The game of chess. I mean, that's the motherfucking hot ham in the living room. That shit crazy. I'm here to hold a conversation on how we as Americans can get on the same accord before we end up banging. Because it starts with the economy, and hungry people don't give a fuck what they eat, and then that means if going in your motherfucking refrigerator. Yeah, you are so smart that you're stupid. I say that a lot though. Motherfuckers to be so smart that they be stupid though. You know what I mean? They need to remake Dumber and Dumber, Dumb and Dumber, Dumb, Dumber, and God damn. When are you gonna learn? Smash that like. That shit be crazy, man. And it be I could tell when it's somebody when their interest be me, they just want to turn me down. It's either somebody that I came in contact with, because strangers don't tear you down. It's always the motherfuckers that you came in contact with and they didn't come out good on the other end of the stick. It's always a motherfucker like that. You know what I mean? A real stranger, I mean, nah, they wouldn't do it. Economics is policy. This is what we need to tackle, right? Because that's what's happening. Is a war, an economic war being waged on us. You're too smart. You're stupid, right? Ain't nobody getting in my freezer. Ah, they coming to get it. Let that goddamn go. We get hungry. They coming to get it. I'm gonna snatch the dishes out your kitchen, Longbeard. And I know you got a goddamn probably a half a carcass of goddamn Angus beef in your goddamn going. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to get it. Who's that peeking in your window? Reginald, what's up with you? Trump 2028. That's what it is. Can't be a teacher if you were never a student. Right. And every good motherfucking leader was once a good follower. You understand? Never. And you know what? Okay. My little one had this book. Got it in. But you know what I mean? You know what's number one in this book of the laws of power is drum roll, please. Number one is never outshine the master. And no matter what he's a master of, let him be a master of it. So many times we try to compete or tear down. You know what I mean? When well, I did this, well, I'm doing this. Well, what are you doing? If it's doing you, I'm supporting it and sending nothing but blessings, but we'll compare and compete. And even, you know what I'm saying, and that shit is crazy. Shit, I got one that say I will straight to the dome. It ain't how many rounds you got, it's how many times you can get them off. You feel me? I got 150 cal from long distance. catch you out there at the back of the pool and ga 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 ga. You'll never get a shot off. I mean, I don't need but one. What's up, David? David, Reginald. Have y'all got over there and supported the Black Money Corp? We on a mission. We trying to get 100,000 supporters. We almost at 32,000. We got a long way to go. Make sure you double tap the stream. We're going for 100 in this one, and get over there and support the stream. And stay tuned too, y'all. In July, look forward to whodividedamerica.com on the way. The convo and the call in. Whodividedamerica.com, the convo and the call in. I mean, they're gonna be coming in the month of July. So get ready to participate. I'm a teacher when I need to be, but I'm always a student. Salute, Sassy. Fight the power. Fight the power. That's be. What's up with you, man, Roof? What's going on in DC, family? Sassy seems to be a triple threat. Make sure y'all taking that poll too. Let's look at the poll right quick. Trump approved and voted for this, 28%. Approved, 10%. Disapproved, 52%. It's Obama, Biden, and the Dems' fault, 10%. Okay. That approve is what I'm looking at. 10% of y'all that took this vote approved. That means it's a bipartisan because it says approved and voted for this. It's 28%. So that approved meaning they didn't vote for it, but they approve of it. So that's a bipartisan right there. So 10% of the voters that took the poll so far, oh damn, 10% of America is approving of this, whether they're Republican or Democrat or whatever, they're approving of this shit. That's crazy. Right. Well, you got to put some sense of humor to it sometime. Small world, we all fit in this chat. So clean. Let's go. What it is official approval ratings. Experience is the best teacher. Knowledge is powerful. Live to learn. Learn to live. Ooh. It's under 30% yet. That is the baseline up for impeach, says Cody. He should have been impeached, all the stuff he's doing. And all the people that say they don't fuck with him. He should have been impeached. Smash that like, y'all. America is divided. America, we participate in these atrocities as long as we benefit from the system. We watch innocent bloodshed from the country and never question anything. Right, free. And we're not questioning nothing now. A lot of people are with the shit. We in school right now because we can't grasp new ideas with a closed mind. And through our conversations, we expand our possibilities by learning and teaching one another. And I be learning so much from these conversations. Like, especially, I'm actually reading the shit. And I'm a good retainer of information. I be learning so much. Like when I first took this step into dealing with politics, and politics, they like you better politics. They always arguing and fussing, but nah, I'm smooth with it because I'm a good listener. Not only can I talk your head off, I also can and I'm a fast learner and comprehender. You know what I mean? That's one of my learned behaviors. Are we tired of winning? No, I'm not, because I'm in losing. I haven't really tasted a win yet with the America team. In the start of America, they went to England and learned how to use the education system to make morons. They didn't, you know what? Because some of the education system was coming out of different places other than England. England, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Europe learned their education system from the Moors in Spain. If you know, they had some of the first universities and stuff. You said no. Greg says no. Brian, Greg, lonely. Make sure y'all get over there. Lynn, get over there and show that super support. Man Roof says 10 must be Donald Trump family. Timber, hey, did you hear about Donald Trump? They say Donald Trump family, y'all can't ask about their money. Y'all can't investigate their paper. Yeah, educating that mind, renewing that mind, the strengthening of the mind. We so much too busy developing our bodies when we neglect the mind. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. You know what I mean? Smash that light. I'm worried about critical thinking, man. They probably won't even. Yeah, well, TikTok got it. They thinking TikTok is critical thinking these days, motherfucker. But and Google, shit, Google has been thinking for us for the last 30 years because the phrase "Google it." We never knew that we were empowering fucking AI. Google it. You know what I mean? I still adhere to it. I Google it. Google shit. What's the other one? All the time. Google it. Only the truth will set us free, right? And we'll never get that, so we will forever be enslaved. Smash that like, y'all. Well, yeah, it's 90 degrees on my side of the world, man. This is crazy. But that's what we wanted. The heat wave. I like the summertime anyway. You know what I mean? That's my element. I hate for it to be cold. Cold just sets the mood for shit to be dreary. You know what I'm saying? Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, like I said, y'all stay tuned for who divided America.com, the convo and the call in. You know, working on the pilot right now. I'm looking at a July, mid-July launch of the webisode, the website. Smash that like, y'all. Conversations are definitely important, Sass. I'm about to wrap this one up though. And man, God, we hold that thought. I'm gonna be back probably in a little bit, just to politic for a little bit more. But right now, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thanks everybody for coming through. Make sure you get over there and like the content. Make sure you double up on that like button. Leave a comment below, y'all. Start interacting with these, and for everybody that's in support of it, hype these live streams up, and be on the lookout for whodividedamerica.com, the conversation and the call in. Okay, smash that like. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If you don't catch back up with me, that's what it is. All right, free. All right, sassy Mo. Okay, G. The widow man. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? I know I got something I got to go take care of, but I see all my people's popping out and popping up. So I'm gonna come back in a little bit just to politic. You know what I mean? Hold a good conversation. But for now, man, smash that like. I'm out of here.